Welcome to this week's episode of One on One, New York's longest running sports call-in show. We have a very special episode for you guys here today. It's Heisman Day, so we're going to talk some Heisman. We have college football, college basketball, NBA, NFL, and MLB free agency with the season picking up. It's been wild. I'm joined here by Louis Andrade, Travis Hayden, Emma Leonardi, and Henry Wolf behind the glass. And how are we doing here today, guys?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good today. Pretty good today. Very sad day. Very emotional day for me, honestly. John Cena is retiring and having his last professional wrestling match, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, Travis has been talking about that all morning.
Yeah,
kind of interesting. You can keep going. Like, I was really interested to hear what you have to say about that.
So it's been the John Cena retirement tour all year, and tonight is the night it ends. Saturday night's main event in Washington D.C. John Cena versus Gunther, and he better win. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm not the biggest WWE fan, but everyone knows John Cena. Everyone knows who he is, so it's got to be a crazy day.
So yeah, no, the thing is Gunther has never lost a singles match that isn't for a title, and I'm just very scared because he usually beats everyone. So I'm really afraid that this big Austrian man is going to put John Cena to sleep in his final match, and it's not going to be fun.
I mean, the script writers can't let Cena lose.
You would be.
It was the first time for everything too.
The script writers haven't done this retirement tour thing very well, and I could see a point where he does lose tonight, and that's very upsetting for me.
No, John Cena. What are we gonna do about John Cena? I've never really been a huge WWE fan, but I when I was younger, I used to watch every once in a while, and John Cena was always.
John Cena is one of those people. He's not like, I wouldn't say like as a wrestler. He like transcends culture. Like he transcends our generation.
Similar to like The Rock.
Yeah, exactly. Well, John Cena versus The Rock, one of the biggest rivalries of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
You know the meme, like, it's
yeah.
like the Panthers, the 2-8 Panthers.
It's the once in a
Falcons.
lifetime. It's the once in a lifetime meme. Every time you hear voices in the air, you hear them loud and clear.
In the air. You know that.
I have no idea.
Oh,
what you're talking about. I might just be uncultured.
You're missing out on a generational meme run, by the way, George.
Yeah, I really might just be completely uncultured.
Like, just imagine any like bad matchup in like any. It's not even NFL. Any sport ever. Like you could they just use that format. It's like Dwayne Johnson facing off John Cena.
Yeah, it's
voices.
Every time. Yeah, no, it's one of those memes that transcends culture. I was actually at it's funny, they called that once in a lifetime. That was actually they ran it twice. They ran it the next year after they said it was once in a lifetime, and I was actually at the second match at MetLife Stadium.
That's so funny.
They had it at MetLife?
They had the first one at Hard Rock in Miami, and then the second one was at MetLife.
It was a pack that was like sold out?
Yeah, MetLife.
Wow.
Back in 2013.
Remember MetLife, Lewis?
Oh boy. MetLife is definitely one of the stadiums of all time.
Yeah, I know you. Actually, guess what? Dwayne The Rock Johnson can also be caught in the MetLife curse, by the way, because he separated his shoulder.
What?
And had to,
MetLife was cooked. That was at the game where Malik went down.
I remember seeing it on TV, and I get a snap from George on my phone, and I get a video. Yeah, Malik's down. He's not getting back up.
No. It was bad.
That was terrible.
Bad.
But The Rock
you heard the soul get sucked straight out of the stadium, and our seats were on the end
You were right there.
line.
You were like right there.
Yeah, our end seat was on the end line, right where he went down, where he went up for that ball.
It was sad.
The Rock is another one of the people that you could add to the MetLife cemetery list.
Yeah, and one thing about that is like he didn't even fall that hard. Like it was just.
It was weird.
It was like a turf.
It was not a good ball by Jackson.
It was not.
It was not a good ball.
That was his first start. You can't blame him for that. That was his first start.
You had 1 quarter of electricity, and then it all got sucked away. But things are looking up for the Giants. 2-10, 2-11 maybe. But hey, you have the number 1 overall draft pick right now.
Yeah. That is something we shall discuss later in the show.
We gotta save it.
Along with MLB free agency, what's going on here, guys? This is crazy.
I'm loving the Mets downfall. I know,
it's a
Emma's hating
fantastic.
it, though.
Emma's stressing.
Grace too.
Kurt.
I haven't texted. I haven't texted him.
Kurt's heartbroken, and we do have a special guest coming up for our MLB segment, but that'll be revealed a little later. But yeah, it's crazy. This sports world's insane right now.
It is crazy.
Stacked everywhere, from top to bottom. From the NBA, the Thunder, who's insane. Thunder like 24-1.
Are they gonna break the record?
Wemby is making his return tonight in the NBA Cup game. It's gonna be a very interesting Spurs.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fantastic game. the 17-7 Spurs versus the 24-1 Thunder with a Wemby who's back?
I think they can. I mean, like, depends on Hardenstein if you could contain
Well,
Wemby.
I'm a Spurs fan, and they had a huge win against the Lakers the other day.
They're not going to put Hardenstein on Wemby. They're going to put Chet.
Chet? No.
Just for the height similarity.
The height similarity, but Wemby's like he's bulking
Big.
up. He's bulking
Wemby's
up.
big.
He's gonna cook Chet. He's gonna cook him.
He's going to cook anyone.
Chet can't guard him, though.
Wemby is the best basketball player in the league, but he's not the.
I say give him 1 or 2 more years to win MVP.
Shay's also having an insane year, but
He is. Everyone's like forgetting about Jokic. Like he's like doing so many crazy things.
It's
Like
been
it's
so
become
long with
mundane.
Jokic.
It's mundane. It's normal. Like Jokic just drops another triple double.
It's been so long though. That's the thing. Like at this point, like
Everyone's used
granted,
to
we
it.
want to we appreciate greatness all the time, but
It's
you're
just
thinking
normal
like,
now.
man,
people don't realize that Shay's having the best season ever.
And his
Shea
team
is having the best season to ever exist in professional basketball
yeah. And one thing
without playing fourth quarters.
Yeah. One thing I want to give him is like there's the I guess kind of like the storyline or like the fake narrative that like he's like benefiting off free throws, which is like it's kind of true, but like that goes for every player. And I'm not sure if the stat is true, but he's still averaging like 30 points even without his it was like 28 something like that. It's basically 30 points even without his free throw attempts.
Yeah,
which says a lot about him.
Yeah, and that kills the allegations of Shay's a free throw merchant, Jalen Brunson's a free throw merchant. These guys aren't free throw merchants.
No, James Harden was a free throw merchant.
James Harden is. Jalen Brunson is.
Is he still free? I don't know. Is James Harden?
James Harden put
What's he been
up
doing?
a 50 burger a couple weeks ago.
That Clippers team is sad to watch though. Chris Paul. We gotta talk
Chris
about Chris
Paul.
Paul.
Chris Paul.
they did him dirty.
R.I.P.
Is he even gonna sign with the
CP.
team, or is he just done for now? That's it.
He's done.
I want to
he's
see him
gonna
on the
get it.
Thunder. I mean, he's very
Chris
responsible.
Paul, you are a New York Knick.
No,
don't
Chris Paul
waste
is
your money.
responsible.
Jose Alvarado,
for the
you are a New York
Thunder's-
Knick.
Chris Paul is responsible for the Thunder's dynasty, that the potential dynasty. Even though I want the Spurs to win a championship, please get him on the bench for Oklahoma City Thunder. He
needs a ring.
could be
needs a
your
ring.
Udonis Haslem.
I miss Kawhi
They
Leonard.
could just put him at the end of the bench. Just have him on the team. Give him a ring. He
Udonis
deserves.
Haslem.
He
style.
does. Udonis Haslem is the GOAT. I love Udonis Haslem.
Udonis Haslem.
Udonis Haslem
He's
was
on ESPN now. He's like an analyst.
he was there when the Knicks were in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Heat and then lost. I remember that. It was heartbreaking.
Sad days.
Very, very, very sad days. But I think that's going to do it for now. We'll come back in a couple minutes, talk some Heisman.
What's up, everyone? I'm Brendan Shorey.
And I'm Joe Henry, your 2025 New York Jets beat reporters.
Follow along with us every Sunday as we cover and analyze all things JETS.
With a new quarterback at the helm, can Aaron Glenn right the ship and cause chaos in the AFC East?
Stay updated every week with game updates and recaps from @Brendan_Shorey
And at JoeHenry_4 on X.
WFUV, your home for Jets football.
I'm Kurt Sippel, telling you to tune into One on One, New York's longest-running sports call-in show. Catch us live every Saturday on our WFUV Sports YouTube Live from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and later on 90.7 WFUV from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. We break down the week's latest headlines with our collection of tri-state area beat reporters, along with interviews with your favorite athletes and media personalities. WFUV is your home to talk all things New York sports.
Welcome back to One on One, New York's longest sports running call-in show. George Sfouggatakis, joined by Travis Hayden, Luis Andrade, and it's time to talk some college football, some Heisman. It's a very, very, very tight time here. Today is the day where the Heisman Trophy will be announced. We have the 4 finalists in Jeremiah Love, Fernando Mendoza, Diego Pavia, and Julian Sain coming from Notre Dame Indiana, Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt.
Big shout out to the Vanderbilt Commodores and the Ohio State Buckeyes.
5 years ago, it would have been insane for me to think that the Heisman finalists would be from Vanderbilt and Indiana. I don't think that's something people would have ever expected.
Yeah, they're really not. When you think about like college football, they're not really the programs that stand out or like synonymous with like the college football brand.
110%.
Yeah,
But it's looking like it's gonna be Fernando Mendoza. And how do we feel about that?
Honestly, you know what? I'm okay with it because, granted, when you look at like previous Heisman years, like I'm looking back at like 2019, you have Jalen Hurts at Oklahoma, Joe Burrow, Justin Fields, Chase Young. You have 2021, you have Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Kenny Pickett, Aiden Hutchinson. This year stacked. Jaden Daniels, Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Penix, and Bo Nix.
Still stacked.
And last year we had Genty versus Hunter.
Yeah,
like, that was crazy.
That was awesome. It feels like it is a little bit of a step back this year, but that could also be because like defenses are playing a little more lights out. There's a lot more parity in college football thanks to NIL, and we just haven't seen again. I think the favorite going into the year was Arch Manning.
It was unjustifiably. I don't think he deserved to be thrown. In the spotlight like that.
I don't.
And it's not his fault. He just got thrown in there.
It's the last name.
It is the last.
It
name.
is the last.
He was still considered. He was in the top 4, but like he was still in like the names. Even especially he kind of blew out some of these lower end teams.
He had a rough season though.
But this year you got to give Indiana it's the 13-0. They're undefeated. They won the Big Ten championship. Upset against Ohio State. Granted, we could see how that plays out in the playoffs. I feel like it could go a little differently if we do see that rematch.
Especially the kicker. Like I feel like if the kicker just made that one thing, it would have been
who knows
overtime.
But
a lot of things
I feel like you have to give it to Fernando Mendoza.
He's gonna win it. He's had almost 3,000 yards on the season, 33 touchdowns, a QBR of 88.4. He just been by far like the best team. He's obviously the number 1 ranked team in the country now after being Ohio State in the Big Ten. Like everything's going for him, and it's not. I feel like I'm gonna kind of put him down here, but like I feel like it's a lack of competition as well. It's kind of why.
That 110%. It's Indiana didn't have the hardest schedule.
No,
they did have a good schedule, but not on par with some of these other teams.
All I'm gonna say is anytime you could beat Ohio State, they
For
played
sure.
and beat Ohio State. I feel like that is
and they played and beat Oregon, and they
Yeah.
beat Illinois. But that's they had a not a I wouldn't say an easy road, but a lighter road than some of these other teams.
I think this year's Heisman is in his bag, but I honestly right now I'm feeling really nostalgic for the days where Lincoln Riley would just take some random walk-on quarterback, make him the Heisman Trophy winner, and then make them the number 1 overall pick. Those are the days I'm missing right now.
Yeah, and it's just an interesting field, especially some of the like Julian Sayin didn't play all year, didn't play a lot of the year, and Diego Pavia, people are gonna argue for him due to putting Vanderbilt on his back, but Jeremiah Love, a good year for him, but
great guy too.
But fantastic guy. But when was the last time we saw like a legit, other than like a running back win the Heisman? It's been what, 10 years?
I mean,
It's been a long time.
yeah.
Was it Barry Sanders?
No way.
No way. I feel
no. Who's the dude who had his Heisman taken away?
Oh, Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush.
Could have been Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
Was that the last running back to win a Heisman?
I'm checking this out right now.
I had this conversation with you, George. I think Ashton Genty should have won it, and I feel like he should have been.
I agree.
Recent one.
Derrick Henry was the last running back to win the Heisman.
In 2015.
Yes, so it's been a decade.
It's been a decade since a running back won the Heisman.
That's not that long though. I feel like it would have been longer. I forgot the King won that.
And the last 2 running backs to win are Alabama because Mark Ingram won in 2009 as well.
No,
It's the Heisman is a quarterback's award.
I believe so.
It's been a quarterback favorite award, especially with Daniels, Caleb Williams, Jameis Winston,
But
Joe Burrow,
for
Lamar Jackson.
For a receiver or corner, because I'm talking about a specific person, running back, for these people or for a non-quarterback position to win the Heisman, it means your stats had to have been ungodly.
or you could just be a friggin' unicorn like
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, Travis Hunter.
Well, Charles Woodson at Michigan when he won it as a DB. You had Devontae Smith in 2020. where
Yeah.
he just went insane. And then people were saying he was too small for the NFL, but
And he's still balling out.
he had 1,800 yards that year. You should have known.
He's doing great.
It's Genty still. I still fully believe that that should have been Ashton Genty last year. Like even though Hunter had a fantastic
2,000 plus yards. Like you don't
year.
see that ever.
no
No,
and he didn't play second halves.
like he could. It's just so sad to see because he was such a great guy. Also, like, you could see off the field like how nice of a guy he is, and I'm kind of sad to see also
That's-
him
it-
struggling
it's-
in the Raiders this season.
He's not struggling.
That's
He's
all
having
offensive
a,
line
yeah, and
play.
I'm saying
He's having a
he's
good year.
dying
He's just,
behind them.
He's just getting hit hard because he has no blockers.
It's also inconsistency because like sometimes the O line wants to give
Being
him the gap.
O-line.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Raiders are a good fit for him to begin with.
No, and the OC tried to change his
His stance.
but he
His
went
stance
back.
is too good.
Well,
Bro.
He went back to the Michael Myers.
I don't
and
know.
he
I don't
was-
know why Chip Kelly is still a thing in the year 2025. I mean, the guy has outside of college, he has not had success anywhere he has gone in the NFL level. I don't know what Pete Carroll. One, if you look at it, Pete Carroll offensive lines have never been that good.
No.
That was always Russ's thing in Seattle. He was usually always the most sacked quarterback. And Genty, granted, last year Genty was not playing at Boise State. He was not playing those like really elite teams. But even when he did in the playoffs, he looked elite.
He's just a very good player.
And he
He
looks
is.
elite on the Raiders. It's
He
just
is. He has flashes that are like I think he's gonna be a solid running back for years to come. I just don't.
he needs a better situation.
Do
Once
we-
that
Yeah.
rookie contract
What,
is up.
what do we think of Fernando Mendoza in the NFL?
I think he's gonna be a good backup. I don't think he's gonna.
I
He's a
think
solid
he will
guy.
be a very, very, very average quarterback.
I think some team is going to overpay the New York Giants to draft Fernando
I'm thinking
Mendoza.
like a Sam Darnold kind of situation with him. He goes to
But
the
Sam
Jets for a
Darnold's
couple
elite
years.
now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He goes to the Jets for a couple years. He suffers. He bounces around the league for a little bit, and then he goes to like some random team.
The
a
Jets are
couple
going to
years.
draft Mendoza. They're going to get rid of him after a couple years. They're going to draft another quarterback. And then around 10, maybe 12 years from now, Jordan Love will be their quarterback one day.
It's the cycle.
You think
continues.
Jordan Love's going to be a Jets quarterback?
It's the cycle.
He has to complete the cycle.
That's the cycle.
He's not complete. He's not doing the Brett Favre cycle.
And the Aaron
Even
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
And the
but
Aaron Rodgers.
It's the
It's
right,
the
it's the
cycle.
rite of passage. The rite of passage.
It's the rite of passage where Jordan Love it is his birthright to have a
It's his
Jets
birthright.
Yeah, we're getting so off track. What are we talking about, Jordan?
All right,
Love?
let's go back. Talking college football playoffs.
Wait, can we,
Wh-
can
what
we do
is-
favorites or like we're
Yeah,
gonna-
yeah. Let's go.
favorites?
Let's go through every game, and we're gonna pick who we think is going to win the playoffs.
James Madison to the
Yeah, I think
James
upset.
Madison to
I-
all
I
the
say
way.
upset. All the way? I don't
James
know.
Madison all the way.
I think they're upsetting Oregon.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't. I think Tulane and JMU are going to get steamrolled.
It's not even a question. Not even a question.
Gotta believe in
Tulane,
the underdog. Gotta have faith.
You have no faith.
I have faith. I have faith.
Alabama, Oklahoma.
So Oklahoma won earlier in the year.
They did.
Ty Simpson. I think Ty Simpson needs to prove himself as a first-round pick worthy player to teams in the NFL, and I think he gets it done against Oklahoma.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. I don't know.
Roll Tide.
I'm gonna go with the Sooners.
Just trying to be different.
I am.
Just trying.
No,
to be
also because
different.
like, especially when you're star wide receiver, Ryan Williams, he's had a lot of inconsistency problems, especially when it comes to drops.
because
And
he's still young.
he is very young, but that's not an excuse
No, it's
when you get
definitely
thrown
not
on
an
the field.
excuse. No.
You're playing out there in the gridiron,
And you're expected to be the best receiver in
Yeah.
the nation.
and especially with all the hype he got last year, you feel like he would have taken that extra step to be like the number one guy by far, but he really hasn't. And it's kind of sad. I've been rooting for him. I hope next season is his season to kind of take that step forward.
Because
But I
that's
don't
his
know, I
draft
think-
year next year.
Yeah, he is. And I mean, he could stay another year, but I don't think he will.
No.
That's not really.
Especially not with that hype.
I don't know. I feel like he's gonna have a bad drop. I just feel like it's gonna come down to like a big play like that.
Tulane and Ole Miss. Travis is very confident that Ole Miss will blow them out.
Yeah. ACC Virginia ACT could not get into the playoffs because of everything that happened with them this year. Give me Ole Miss. No Lane Kiffin, no problem.
Yeah, I'm taking.
We might
Ole
even
Miss.
see an improvement.
But maybe Lane Kiffin will cause them to lose. Never you ever think of that? They have no head coach.
They don't have a head coach.
And football's a very coach dominant sport.
That is true, but I'm telling you, I feel like Lane Kiffin a lot of the times is more of a headache than he is a I feel like the roster.
We did see what his whole team was saying on
They-
Twitter and
They do.
Instagram.
I feel like they're kind of relieved or like I don't know. What's the word for
I feel like Ole Miss is playing with a fire right
Yeah.
now.
like it kind of like they have a chip on their shoulder kind of thing. If that makes sense.
I could see that. Now Miami and A&M.
A&M's gonna slap them around.
This is, by the way, this is the game I like to call the Notre Dame join a conference, and you'll get into this game because
Fair
you have
enough.
Notre Dame's 2 losses playing each other. I'm a massive A&M fan. I went to Texas A&M versus LSU back in 2018, where Joe Burrow had his
Oh,
last
you
college
told me
loss.
about that, yeah.
In the 74-72 7 overtime game.
Love it.
College Station and Kyle Field is probably going to be the hardest place to play in at home, especially for Miami to come into there. 110,000 people screaming at it. Apparently, it's also an early kickoff game, so
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a little
It's
too much for
noon
Miami.
game.
It's going to be a little too much for Miami. Give me Texas A&M.
Yeah, and Carson Beck is really not.
Carson
been-
Beck is fake. He's not a real person. I can't stand Carson Beck.
He's not.
He's
been-
he's the most untalented quarterback
He just loses
in
games
all
that he
of
should
the
not.
majors.
You have one of the most talented defenses, and you're riding off of that, but you just fall short against teams you shouldn't be. You
Well,
should be
Marcel
blowing
Reed
out.
had a little bit of a blind
So
problem
overrated.
against South Carolina and Texas.
He did.
Um,
So overrated.
But yeah, A&M's gonna just.
I
It's
think
gonna have their way. That's it.
EJ Smith and them. I think it's time to finally see A&M in the second. A&M's finally in the playoffs. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see them in at least the second round.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, now we got Oregon and Tech. This is an interesting one. I got the Ducks.
I don't got.
I got the Ducks.
Yeah,
give me the
Oregon.
Ducks.
I'm trying to think. It's a very hard decision. I'm trying to think about all their games. I got to pull up their schedule to come with what's it called? An educated guess.
Educated guess.
Educated
The
guess.
Ducks. The Ducks have just been better all year.
You got to look at their
They're
schedule.
11-1.
They have not faced good teams this entire season.
They had 3 top 25 games.
I think the big.
I don't know.
I
They've
think
lost
4
against-
top 25 games. I think one was by 10 against Indiana.
You're making that sound good.
It's against a very good team.
You only lost by 10.
It's against Fernando Mendoza's Indiana Hoosiers.
At the end of
It's
the
about
day,
the Heisman's.
a loss is
Indiana
a
Hoosiers.
loss, especially when you're getting a touchdown at the end to like what's it called, stat pad, to make the score look better.
Fair enough.
So I just believe, I'm gonna go with Oregon. Why not? They've had their recent playoff struggles, and they have that kind of not that bias. I guess that stereotype against them, saying like, oh, the playoff jokers. But
And now we got the Rose Bowl.
Oof.
We came to a consensus of Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Tide versus Indiana.
You know that meme with Fernando? It's more not a meme. It's more like an edit with Fernando Mendoza. It's like that ABBA song. There was something in the air that night. Yeah, I got him.
You got the Hoosiers?
I got the Hoosiers. They're going.
This might be the SEC bias, but Roll Tide, baby. I feel like I was complaining about Alabama being in the college football playoffs in general, but I feel like it's going to be.
You think they're going to prove you wrong?
I think Indiana is last year's Oregon, and this is going to be the game that shows.
Is it going to be a little collapse?
This is going to be the Ohio State Oregon game, and I think this is going to be it. I think it's going to be a little bit of a collapse, and I think Alabama is going to get it done. They're going to prove why the SEC is the best conference.
I'm not gonna argue there.
Roll
SEC.
Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Don't care about nothing but the Tide.
Ole Miss, Georgia.
Come on.
Give me the
Go Dogs.
Give me the SEC championship. Go Dogs.
Go
Yeah,
Dogs.
That's an easy choice. No one's gonna argue there.
A&M versus Ohio State. Travis is going to be A&M.
No,
A&M.
actually, I'm going Ohio State. This is where
Yeah,
the story ends.
Julian saying got it?
Jeremiah Smith is just gonna.
Jeremiah Smith is insane.
This
Jeremiah
is
Smith
where
going
the
to
this
be
is
a
where the
fantastic
Cinderella
receiver.
story for Texas A&M wins. They were top 3, like a great 11-0, and then you finish 11-1, and then you're gonna win your playoff game. I know I said the SEC bias thing earlier with Alabama and Indiana. This is where it ends. Ohio State is levels above Texas A&M, and they're gonna prove that in the second round.
Ducks, Tide.
I'm taking the Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Tide.
Roll Tide. Now we got Dogs, Buckeyes.
Oh my God! And that's
This is the game of the year.
that is the game.
This is
of
the
the
game
year.
of the year.
Travis, you have a good point that SEC is the most dominant conference, so I'm gonna take the Dogs on this one.
Really?
Yeah. Even though like Ohio State's been doing great.
Ohio, I
Julian
have to
Sain
go
has
with
been
Ohio
injured
State.
too, so like I
Julian-
feel like that's gonna
but
play a
he's-
big
But he
cap.
still played well when he's hurt.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
even coming
But
off of the
when you have
injury.
those, you see Georgia's D line.
George, Can you tell me when is the projected date of that game that we're talking about?
It's not up yet because it's not real.
It's not real.
Well, yeah, no, but like for that weekend, I mean, like for the
what bowl is that?
Oh, it's the Fiesta Bowl.
for the semifinal. Like what? Yeah.
It's in Arizona, 7:30 p.m.
What day?
what day?
Like what day?
January 8th.
So if we're talking about weeks from now. We're talking about like almost a month.
The injury's not going to be there.
Yeah, that's
The injury's not going to
He's
be
gonna be
there.
set.
He's going to be
well,
fine.
you never know.
he
Like,
gets a week.
on the way there too. You could also
He's got to play one game. He's got to play one game on the way there against A&M, and I think like there's a really big possibility that he could sit the second half.
We'll see. I don't know.
So
I'm
what,
still gonna go with dogs.
You got dogs?
I still got dogs.
It's got to be the Buckeyes. It's got to be Ohio State.
I don't want to like play that game. That one's too tough. I feel like that should be the national championship match.
It should. I feel like whoever wins that game wins it all.
Yeah.
So we got Tide versus Ohio State for the Natty in Miami, January 19th, 7:30 p.m.
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
You think the
just
Buckeyes
can't-
got it this year?
They're just gonna again
Back to back.
repeat.
Back to back. Last year's national championship was horrible.
Notre Dame
It was
just couldn't
so
compete.
boring.
They couldn't
it was
compete.
so boring.
Was it better
And now
than
you're
Georgia
seeing-
TCU though?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
easily. That
Oh, yeah.
was I was done by
I
halftime.
fell asleep. And everything is showing. Riley Leonard, even when he was playing, not hurt. He's not an NFL quarterback. He's not. To the point that the Colts have to bring in Phillip
Well, he also
Rivers.
he's injured right now.
No. But even when he was playing, he
No,
was.
he was injured before. I'm gonna defend Riley Leonard here. He was injured before that.
We have Lewis as a Riley Leonard defender.
No, I was actually I was so into the Phillip Rivers story. I did a bunch of research on like where's Anthony Richardson, where's everyone else?
Anthony Richardson's hurt.
He is hurt.
Still.
They have no quarterbacks. That's why they got Phillip over Cam
That
Newton.
would just go get Drew Brees.
Yeah, while we're on the topic of college, can we talk about Anthony Richardson of Florida? My God, he was
crazy.
He was something else.
insane.
I really hope the Colts trade him or they just
I think he's the starter next year.
they think he
No.
he has the potential. He just needs to develop his passing ability, his reading ability on defenses, and
The problem
he's
is
just there. He has the physical abilities to do it.
The Colts run is over. The Colts had their chance.
They only had a 1 year run.
Daniel Jones was their ticket. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but Daniel Jones was their ticket. In the Big 25, Daniel Jones was going to lead a team to a top
You take
seed.
me 3 years ago, not even 2 years ago to 2023 in the Giants, and you tell me he leads that team to winning the AFC. I mean, they're not going to win anymore. Texans are coming up.
Yeah.
And Jacksonville.
Yeah,
Jacksonville
too.
Trevor Lawrence is so overrated, but they have a very good team. Travis Etienne has led my
Dude, and
fantasy team.
And Travis Hunter's been out the entire year. But
Yeah.
He's been out, and they're still dominating.
And they're dialed. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of that whole division.
You know
Yeah,
what?
it's
While we're still on
surprising,
college
too.
football, I have a question for you guys. Like, who's your favorite like college player that like didn't pan out in the NFL?
Oof,
It's a fantastic question.
I'm trying to think.
That's actually a great
That
question.
I'm trying to think. I feel like when I was a kid, I'm not as into college football as I used to be. When I was a kid, my
I
dad would always
agree.
turn that on Saturday, and I'd always be so into it. I don't know why I was over the NFL, but I just don't have the memory to tell you that answer. It's been so long. Like I don't even watch college football like that anymore. I tap in. To,
Well, even from when you were like a kid, like
I'm trying to remember. I was a big
I
was a big
RG3.
that
don't
was
wanna-
injuries though.
Yeah,
Well, like-
that's still not panning out. RG3, Johnny Manziel.
I was
Johnny,
gonna say
Johnny
Johnny
Manziel, Johnny Football.
That's a great one.
Johnny Football was my my number one pick for that one.
Has to be Johnny Manziel. And his run was amazing. In college, he was the GOAT. He was one of the best college
First
players.
freshman quarterback.
Tim Tebow could be in that discussion.
Tim T. Florida. He was such good on Florida team.
Tavon Austin.
I was gonna say the West Virginia highlight reel.
The,
Tavon
the,
Austin.
the best highlight reel of all time. Tavon Austin's highlight reel.
If you've never watched that, just go watch that right now.
Fantastic.
Why are
watches.
you why are you
Every time I come back from hanging out at night, I always turn that on like I'm eating my food.
I remember that. I freshman year.
Freshman year, Tavon.
Freshman year, Alumni Court South.
Oh my
The-
lord. Vince Young.
Vince Young, Jamarcus Russell.
By the way, when
Jamarcus.
Jamarcus Russell got to the Raiders, do you know who the head coach of that Raiders team was in 07?
No.
Lane Kiffin.
It was Lane Kiffin.
LSU connections right there.
That's crazy.
Lane Kiffin's dialed. Lane Kiffin is the future of LSU. You heard it here first.
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
You gotta get a picture of Lane Kiffin in the dorm.
All of the rumors that are going around about Lane Kiffin, it's just gonna multiply tenfold.
Hey, Michigan,
Speaking about questionable,
Oh, speaking of
questionable coaches.
questionable coaches.
Wait, how much
Michigan
time do we have left?
We
I
have
wanna
5
see-
minutes.
We have
Okay,
5
gotta-
minutes. We
we
can
gotta
talk
run this
about
down.
Michigan.
We gotta run this down quick.
Sharon Moore
Mm,
is
Boy, oh
going
boy.
down for seems like everything humanly possible.
You take me a month back. Did you think something like this would happen? Not even
Lane
weeks.
Kiffin, the Lane Kiffin saga into the Sharon Moore is
Yeah, Free him.
is absolute
He didn't do
cinema.
nothing wrong. Free him.
Lane Kiffin there's stories about him coming out about having relations with
Yeah.
students.
I thought it was the coaching staff. Was it students too? Students too?
No,
Lane
Lane
Kiffin.
Kiffin.
Lane
Oh, Lane
was-
Kiffin. Oh, I'm sorry.
Lane Kiffin, drugs, relationships with
Yeah,
students,
okay.
having to have his assistants cover for him when the cops search planes. You haven't seen that?
No, I've not seen that.
It's insane stuff. And into Sharon Moore stalking, hitting up OnlyFans models. It's absolute cinema.
Have you seen the clip of him standing next to the woman he had an affair with at a game, and he's like waving at the camera, like, it's like, oh, here's our coach, Sharon Moore. Welcome to the stadium. Welcome to be our new head coach.
By the way, he just got out. He just posted bond, and he already hit up another IG model.
Hey,
It's-
that's confidence. That's confidence.
It's
I give it to him.
Home invasion too.
so this
He's so guilty.
So the rumors are this staff member who he had an affair with was a sophomore at Michigan. That's what I've heard.
That can't be right.
That's what I heard.
How's
Yeah.
she get in that kind of position then? At that kind of job? Oh, never mind. Never mind. That's self-explanatory.
But so he was arrested and charged for assault, stalking, and home invasion.
Yeah, home invasion is
Or
on the list.
His wife is obviously, that's kind of like,
Yeah.
he has a family, right?
Yeah,
That
3
sucks.
daughters.
Yikes.
3
Hate to see it.
daughters. It's heartbreaking.
So who we having in a coach off him or Ime Udoka?
Ime
Wow.
Udoka was like way better. He wasn't even that bad. Like Ime
He
Udoka's
wasn't.
Ime Udoka's was just like inappropriate in the sense like, oh, your work. It was like what's it called? A workplace environment.
This is crazy.
This is 10 times worse. Like Ime Udoka, it was just like, oh, okay, you can't be doing that. That's against the rules. It's kind of inappropriate to do that in the workplace, especially in such a like prestigious organization, and and also association and for the entire league. That looks really bad for us. So we're gonna give you like a little suspension, but we'll let it slide.
Michigan
Ime
really.
Ime Udoka found a way to land Kevin Durant though.
That Houston team's scary. I'm getting ahead of myself. We gotta save that for
All
later.
I'm gonna say is Michigan has now 2 cheaters as head coaches in a row.
Yo, that's good.
Well, yeah.
That's good.
Wow.
Hey,
Free Harbaugh.
hey, he's been doing good with the Chargers. I like him on the Chargers.
He's not a bad coach at all. I have
Just give him, let them draft a couple more guys. Build up that O line, especially with Joel Milsing. I feel like they can make a good run.
they,
The
they
AFC
can do
West
it.
is wide
and
open.
Justin Herbert is a very good quarterback.
Yeah, and the AFC West
He
is
just
really
has to stay
important.
healthy.
He is. His wrist has also been a problem.
The
Yeah.
Broncos are finally going to lose a game.
The
this week.
Broncos, I think they're kind of having a Cinderella season.
By the way, Bo Nix.
So are the Bears. No one's talking about the Bears.
Well, while we're
you're right.
still on the
Easy
college football
schedule.
for the next 2 minutes, I want to talk about Bo Nix real quick because back in the day, when he was at Auburn, his freshman year, I was like, oh, this guy's gonna be the greatest quarterback of all time. He's gonna win the Heisman, and then Devontae Smith ended up winning the Heisman the next year, and he
Yeah.
was not in the conversation. And then to see that guy's rise, he transferred to Oregon. I didn't think he was gonna be good as a pro. He's been
amazing.
he's been great as a
He
He
pro.
won Rookie of the Year, right?
He did no Jaden Daniels won
Jaden
last
Daniels,
year.
Yeah,
I mean,
Jaden
if
won that.
it wasn't for Jaden Daniels, he would have won it.
And it's
Borderline.
granted we could have questions about the Broncos and everything that's been going on with them, but
Their defense is insane.
their defense is insane and they find ways to win
Except
games.
Riley Moss is not a real human being.
And that Packers game is going to be good this week.
The rest of the NFL season is going to be amazing.
Cinema. And
gonna
we'll
be-
get into that soon.
Community Cinema, we'll get into it soon. And I think that's going to do it for our college football segment. We'll see you back in a couple minutes to talk some college hoops.
Hello, everyone. I'm Trey Rodriguez, calling you to tune in to WFUV Sports One-on-One, New York's longest-running sports call-in show. We're live every Saturday on YouTube from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and later at night on 90.7 FM from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. We cover the latest news in the sports world with our wide range of beat reporters, as well as exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes. We'll see you next Saturday on One-on-One.
Welcome back to One-on-One, New York's longest-running sports call-in show. I'm George Sfouggatakis, Luis Andrade, Travis Hayden, and it's time to talk about the best organization in all professional sports, the New York Knickerbockers. Knicks are currently 17-7, second in the Eastern Conference, first in their division. They have the Orlando Magic tonight in the semifinal of the NBA Cup, 5:30 on Prime Video. It will be a fantastic matchup, especially with the fire under their belly due to Desmond Bane being a complete and utter nimrod, pegging OG Anunoby with the ball. It's just soft on all cylinders. Desmond Bane is soft,
Have you seen
overpaid,
the video?
overrated.
Have you seen the video of like the what's it called, the
Didn't
lip
they give
reading of it? Like he said, like, oh, I was tripping.
I was tripping.
I
It was
fell.
unintentional. And then
Like,
OG
what?
and for someone to get OG fired up like that,
No, actually, no. He was
getting
funny.
him to
Didn't
shove
Desmond
someone,
Bane get traded for 3 first-round draft picks?
He said, like,
complete overpay.
what did I do? He's like, what did I do? What did I do?
You wound up like Nolan Ryan throwing a 150-mile-an-hour fastball into OG Anunoby.
He didn't. He's not even that. He didn't do anything. Like he actually didn't do anything to deserve that. Like I could say like, oh, maybe he's playing hard or he's like fouling you, but like there was
no reason.
he was just driving up the court. You know, he lost.
He got
control of-
stripped by was it Wendell Carter or
I think
someone
it was
like
Wendell
that?
Carter.
And then Desmond Bane just decides
Yeah.
to be a numbnuts and peg OG with the ball. It makes no sense.
Let me just send it.
I'm so excited. I'm loving the NBA Cup, and people talk about.
I like it.
People talk about Adam Silver in the midseason tournaments.
You got someone
George
say-
is giving us a look right now.
It's pointless.
It's point, but that's
It's
a
just
competitive
so
heat.
pointless, and no one cares, and the courts are ugly.
The courts are ugly. I think they
We're not.
they had a good idea with it though.
I'm-
The theme
I'm there. I'm there working NBA Cup
is like
games
bright
for the
and
Knicks.
orange, like just glaring at
It's
you.
the court is like it. You think the TV makes it look bad?
It's like worse in person.
It's just bright. It's bright. You feel like you're walking on a skittle.
I like the direction they went, like changing the court up to like make it more like unique, but the execution was horrible.
On all cylinders.
It
So
was.
You see what happened with the Lakers, where they couldn't even play on the court?
Yeah, because it was so messed up. They couldn't even they brought out the old court, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is an issue. I can't.
I have
lie.
my opinion on the NBA Cup. I think it's just a money grab.
I like it, though.
What is it? Abu Dhabi or Emirates? Is it
Emirates.
Emirates is paying the NBA so much money to do that.
I think it's good.
And
It's adding that competitive spirit, add some incentive to actually try it in
And
the regular season.
honestly, what I like is because sometimes, like with football, like I'm a big fighting guy, like UFC. That's all year round. Like there's no stopping with that. I'm not as much of a baseball guy, but I'm a big football guy, like college football, like NFL football. Sometimes with basketball, it gets a little too much at the beginning of the season, to the point where I know, like I can kind of just tune in sometimes after All-Star break.
Yeah.
I like the concept of this mid-season tournament that
they need to find a way to do it better.
they might need to find a way to
one-
do it better, which I can agree with you on that. But it gives like some stakes to the early part of
does,
the
it does.
games because you
But-
have 82 games in a year.
But the point system that the way they score it is just takes the class out of basketball.
I like it
When a
though.
team is up by 50 in the fourth quarter, you're supposed to just let the shot clock run out. You're not supposed to keep going and getting buckets and beating up on the teams.
Yeah,
it takes the class out of it.
It does. But one thing I like what the NBA is kind of going this direction where they're kind of copying soccer and European soccer in the sense of like the style,
Aggregate.
the aggregate, not more the aggregate, but more like in the sense of let's do these tournaments and within the season, like these lesser tournaments, like copying like the FA Cup, and to a lesser
Even
degree
like
the
the
Champions
UCL.
League, yeah, like to a lesser degree because it's not.
No.
That's like the championship, all championships in
Yeah.
European soccer. But I like it, and I think more American sports should copy that. I mean,
They can't do it with the NFL.
they can't.
Also-
NFL, you can't do that.
the big thing I feel like we're all forgetting about with the NBA Cup this year now is the Knicks have the potential to win their first championship since the 70s.
You got something to say?
I mean, we're back. We have to take a little back to the next topic.
Oh, I'm about
Guys.
to lose it. I feel like,
Wait,
bro,
how-
I'm about to lose it.
How many years has it been?
It's been 51 years since the Knicks won it.
Your dad wasn't alive, am I
My
correct?
dad was not alive. My grandmother was pregnant with my father. My grandmother was pregnant with my father.
It could happen, and
That's
it could
a
happen
different
within the next couple weeks.
No. The Knicks have a serious shot to win it all this year.
They
the
do.
The only thing they have to get through is
The Pistons.
No. the Oklahoma City Thunder, which we'll talk about. in a
I don't
little
know.
bit.
The Pistons been really good.
Knicks got it.
Well,
The
and then
Knicks-
that's a team.
and the Knicks are gonna pick up Giannis at the deadline.
No,
No.
The Knicks
I don't
are
like
No.
that.
picking
I don't
up
like that.
Giannis. You
I
give
don't like
you
that.
give Karl Anthony Towns and Deuce McBride and whatever
No.
pick that we might have left that we didn't give away for Mikal Bridges. Whatever we're doing, we're picking up Giannis.
That's gonna destroy team
We are
chemistry.
picking up Giannis, and then wait. Word on the block is we might pick up Jose Alvarado, Christ the King guy. Shout out Christ the King. He had a quadruple double over Xaverian High School in 2016. I was at that game. It was absolutely heartbreaking. But it's Xaverian High School is my high school for reference. Yeah. So Jose Alvarado put absolute belt to my school. It was bad. I was in 6th grade when it happened. It was
Are you
crazy.
still crying about it today?
No, I just remember it. But they're gonna pick up either Jose Alvarado or Dante DiVincenzo. Then they're gonna put him in the package for Giannis, and it's over. The Knicks get Giannis, it's over.
I remember when Jose Alvarado put a beating on the Spurs in the play-in game a couple years back, and I was just watching it when they had the shot.
And everyone's forgetting Landry Shamit's coming back.
George is starting to sound like a Lakers fan right now.
Landry Shamit is the absolute truth.
Hey, do you know this guy?
Is it just me? This is a Lakers fan right
Landry Shamit is the
This is like beyond.
10th best point guard in the
Yeah, you
Eastern
take your-
Conference.
You take your meds this morning?
God forbid someone have passion. No,
This is not passion,
Knicks
this is
team,
delusion.
this Knicks team is legit. We are going to wash the Eastern Conference.
I mean, it's
And then we're going to walk into Oklahoma City. We're going to steal Isaiah Hartenstein's sandwich, bring that back to the Garden, and close it out.
here. George, you sound like me during Piotr Jan and Marav Davashvili last week. I love it.
It's the truth. It's I see it in the stars. I'm around the organization all the time. There's an energy there. This team is winning the championship, and there's not a sliver of doubt in my mind.
But you have the Pistons coming for revenge. They want revenge
Yeah.
after
The
last
Pistons
year.
are fraudulent. It's not a real team.
Cade Cunningham has been taking that next step that everyone's been waiting for him to take.
We saw it
He's
in the
been
Knicks
dominating.
playoff series last year, but it's
He
going to be.
shined.
It's honestly,
They
I feel
haven't played the Knicks yet.
like that's going to be the Eastern Conference Finals matchup.
It is going to be. I'd love to see
and it's
that.
a rematch of the first round from last year. And man,
They've
New York,
that was a good one.
they've played teams full of little leaguers. Look at their schedule. They're playing junior varsity teams. The Chicago Bulls?
Whoa,
I'm
whoa,
sorry.
whoa,
You
whoa,
lose
whoa,
to the
whoa,
Chicago Bulls?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You lose to Josh Giddey?
Whoa, whoa, all right. Let's slow down right there. Let's slow down.
Oh wow,
not
you
standing.
beat the Hospital Celtics by 6. You lose to the Cavs. You beat the Orlando Magic by 19. You lose to you beat the retirement home Dallas Mavericks. The Grizzlies? What? The Jazz. Wow. You want a cookie? You beat the Jazz. The Sixers. You lose by 3 to the Philadelphia 76ers.
They're pretty good this year.
No,
Joel Embiid's
it was
back.
before Embiid was
Oh.
playing.
Never mind.
It was
Hey,
in
VJ Edgecombe.
it was
VJ Edgecombe.
VJ Edgecombe electric. Tyrese Maxey great. They're not a team.
George, I have a question. Are you a big Knicks fan or do you hate the Pistons? I feel like
it goes both ways.
What's a Detroit Piston?
What is a Detroit Piston? I was screaming that all last year. I was in Clinton Hall watching every single game. Me and my Jamal Crawford jersey, my Jamal Crawford Knicks jersey, my Knicks varsity jacket, my blue and orange dunks, with my Knicks warm-up pants. It's a long story. I have half my wardrobe is Knicks gear. But this team is just fake. It's fraudulent, not real.
Hey, George, remember when I saw you the other day?
Yeah.
You know how I knew it was you?
Because I had my Knicks jacket on.
Exactly.
I had my Knicks jacket on. I
I
never leave the house with it.
I was walking behind. I was like, that
If
can't be
you
George.
think I'm crazy, you should see some of the fits that come to work. It's
I can only
insane. It's
imagine.
insane.
It's got to be like some wild,
But everyone's wearing
Oh my-
Kith Knicks gear. It's electric.
like Knicks shoes.
Knicks shoes. I wear my Knicks shoes to work. It's
the dunks.
yeah, and I also wear my Knicks socks. I have a pair of Knicks socks.
Oh,
I
I know.
wear.
I lived with you
Kids
for a
could
year.
live with me for a year.
who do you think is honestly? I have a question. Who do you think is for the Knicks like recent success or like that? We define success as more than it's been in like from like the previous decade. Who would you say is like the biggest person responsible for the Knicks' success? in
Mike
general?
Brown.
I was gonna say
Brown.
OG.
Mike Brown. OG hasn't been playing.
I mean, like recently, like the last season.
Oh, you mean that like that recent success? Like I thought you meant this
Like
year.
I'm talking about the last like 5 years or so.
Yeah,
like the turnaround
So-
in the.
JB I'm not gonna say
so
JB.
It's been well. The
It was
easy answer is
JB.
Jalen Brunson. The
But
long answer is Leon Rose.
Oh.
Ooh.
Leon Rose built this team. He had a rough go earlier with the whole Phil Jackson shtick and everything.
Yeah, like I'm talking about the
But-
evolution from like the Phil Jackson triangle era to now.
It's Leon Rose. He created this team. He brought in Tibbs. He tampered to get JB.
Well, Randall was
the
a big
rumors-
part
the
too.
ru-
At first,
You don't want to go there. You don't want to
Yeah,
go
you
there with me right now.
he
You
has
don't want to
he
go
has
there
very
with me right
strong
now.
feelings about
You,
Julius Randle.
you can't take me down that road right now because the rest of the show will just be Julius Randle. I can go out for years
I
about
have
how
strong
much I
feelings
hate him.
about Julius Randle.
Julius Randle is the most overrated player in the history of the NBA, most overrated Knick of all time. He doesn't play defense. He doesn't swing the rock. I've never seen a man happier. I've never been happier hearing him leave New York. He hated the fans. If you can't play under the lights, get out of the city. You don't belong here. You're not a member of this team. You're not a part of this fan base. Get out of my city. You don't belong here. Anyways,
but he got you guys to the playoffs for the first time in
and
years.
then he couldn't catch a pass. You learn this when you're 6 years old. You learn how to catch a ball. You learn how to put up a shot. When you need to play defense, you play defense. You get into that triple threat stance and you play defense. It's not rocket science. I could go out there and be a better defender than you, and I'm 5'0". Get out of here. Yeah, but Leon Rose is the key. Is the key to the success.
And Nico
for the Knicks.
Harrison.
And
George
Nico-
crash out on one-on-one was not on my bucket list.
Oh, it needed to come.
I
but
needed honestly. I wanted to hear his thoughts on Julius Randle.
Oh boy.
bum.
Can I not say that
Horrible
name
bum.
on the show anymore?
No, you
Just,
can't.
just a bum.
You know how
But Leon Rose built this team. He tampered with the Mavericks and whatnot to get JB for signed a big contract. Then he cut it down, but gave his dad a job, which definitely isn't.
definitely
in the
not
rules.
illegal.
Definitely not illegal.
Mm.
But it worked out. The NBA was looking into it, but quickly shut down. Beautiful
Oh.
to see.
How much did they pay them?
But yeah, it's all Leon Rose. He gets a lot of hate, but he does what he needs to when time comes. He got us Karl Anthony Towns, which was a major pickup. Everyone hated it at the moment because half the fan base was holding on
To Dante.
to Dante and Julius Randle,
Well,
who's
because-
got word around the block.
Dante's coming back.
Word on the block.
In free agency.
No.
Wait, trade? Really?
They're looking at Kolik Dadier and a second for DiVincenzo.
Wasn't the one big
I don't
thing
think
is he
that-
wasn't
that
really
isn't-
rocking
that's
with the
like
Nova
extra value.
Knicks. Like
Yeah.
like Dante, like when it first happened, he was like, I don't want to do this again. Like,
But then the whole team
was
came
electric.
together. It was electric.
That Sixer series.
That Sixer
I
series.
remember that game.
We got a noise complaint for that Sixer series. I was screaming at the top of my lungs watching DiVincenzo.
I remember that game.
DiVincenzo the 3, offensive rebound, back out to Anunoby. DiVincenzo again, bang. Sorry, I know that call like the back of my hand. I watch it way too often, but this Knicks team is looking fantastic. I've never seen a team more ready to win, and they're playing as a beautiful unit. Took them a second to get their feet under get under their feet on the Mike Brown offense, but it's all coming together, and it's watching this team gel is beautiful, and it's not heavily relying on Jalen Brunson. He doesn't have to put up his 40 burgers. He can just score his 28 to 30 and have the rest of the team
And
hold him up.
I feel like the I guess the growing pains have gone away as well because
Yeah.
the season they had a kind of not a
They had a
bad
rough start.
start,
They
a
had a
slow
rough
start.
They lost 3 in a row, and ever since
And
then,
now and you could see like they were kind of going to their old habits of the ISO ball, but now
they're
they're
not.
doing good now.
They're not. They're playing as a collective unit, and the injuries are
Questionable.
very questionable, especially with Deuce going down, which is an absolute heartbreak. Losing Deuce for a long period of time. He'll be reevaluated in a week, which usually means he won't start playing again for another week. So Deuce is out for at least 2 weeks. Landry Shamit's out for another 3 weeks. Still, that one hurts more than anything else I've ever felt in my
Landry
entire soul.
Yo, you remember when I hit you up saying Landry Shamet legacy game? He dropped 40 in the Garden
dropped
and the
40 burger
NBA
in
Cup
the Garden.
game against the Heat.
Yep, he put up 40. No one
Never
else.
forget.
He has the season high for the Knicks this year, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
JB doesn't have it.
Oh no, Cat put up a 45. So
There.
that makes sense.
JB
But-
hasn't had 40 points this year
Not
yet?
this year.
Wow.
He hasn't had to.
Yeah.
He hasn't had to put up 40.
He's playing point guard.
He's playing point guard. He's not playing scorer.
That's honestly, I'm really like, okay, that I haven't been watching as much Knicks as I used to, or much basketball. Like I tend to get into it a little more like later in the year, as I said, after, like a little post All-Star break. But that honestly, that's a big sign that the Knicks could possibly go.
They're a team. They're not Jalen Brunson, even though he is the captain and
He is averaging
and
28.3
Jalen Brunson was
points a
born to
game.
play basketball. Not to quote Josh Hart,
Captain.
Jalen Brunson born to play basketball. But yeah, this team is looking legit, and now we get to do my favorite thing in the world, which is bash the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me text Kurt.
Brooklyn Nets 6-18, last in in our division, which is just
Divisions
fantastic.
don't matter in basketball. Let's be real.
No, but it's nice to just look at the standing and see the Nets at the bottom of everything. It's absolutely beautiful. They're not as bad as the Wizards. Unfortunate.
Oh.
But the Nets social media team needs to figure out what to do because they're posting fantastic content, but their team is
Question.
garbage. It's literally a hot mess.
Hey, when I was on 1-on-1 like 2 weeks ago, they had 1 win. Now they have 6 wins.
They're dialed.
That's improvement.
They're dialed.
And they have some bright spots. They have like some baby Jokic's going on. I like can't tell.
who Igor Demon?
Yes. Cam Thomas has been
Michael
trying to
Porter.
stay healthy.
This team is essentially just a street ball team
Nick,
because you just get the ball into Michael Porter Jr. and Cam
Michael
Thomas's
Porter
hands.
Jr. Porter Jr. Hey,
Michael Porter.
he had a
Michael,
great game against the Celtics in the NBA Cup like a couple weeks back. He had a great game.
Nah, but it's fun
He
watching.
dropped 20 in the fourth.
Michael, I don't see a shot. I don't like Porter Jr.
Michael, bring your own ball next time.
Porter Jr. Porter
Michael-
Jr.
Michael, never swing the rock. Porter Jr.
And then Nick Claxton's still on this team.
Nick Claxton needs
Free
to
bro.
he needs to get traded.
He's been on the team since the KD days.
Yeah,
Was he on
my favorite Nick Claxton story
Oh boy.
comes into the league. He goes, "I've never lost to the Knicks. The Nets are 0-11 since then against the Knicks." He goes, "I've never been on a team that's lost to the Knicks. 0-11 since then.
Yeah, free bro.
You are our children. You're our sons.
I would love to see Nick
We
Claxton on the
own
Lakers.
you."
I like to see him on the Lakers.
I like to see him on the Knicks.
A backup?
Backup. Send Mitch to the gulag.
No, I like Mitch though. Mitch has been great.
Mitch is my favorite cowboy.
Yeah. Is he actually from the country? I'm not sure.
No.
He's not, right? Like,
No.
Where's he from? Where's he born and raised? Because I swear he like.
Pensacola, Florida.
Oh my! I mean, that's kind of country, not really.
Oh, but then he transferred to a high school in New Orleans.
Oh, okay, that's
a little better.
in New Orleans, like in the city.
Yeah.
So never mind.
Like in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah, no.
Long live the Pelicans. I miss the New Orleans Hornets.
Long live Jameis Winston Super Bowl.
Long live Jameis Winston, period. Never forget
It always
Jameis
goes back to
Winston.
Jameis Winston. It always does.
All roads
lead
lead.
to Jameis Winston.
All roads lead to Jameis Winston.
Forget
But
all
but the Nets are horrible.
They are.
They need to tank. They have every single pick ever imaginable because
I'm kind of hoping
they
Kirk calls
fleeced
in now. I'm hoping he answers my
the
text.
they fleeced the Knicks off for the Mikal Bridges. He wasn't worth all the picks, but he's having the best season of his career. Mikal Bridges is having a fantastic
and it's
year.
great too, because like when people were saying like, "Oh, Mikal needs the ball in his hand all the time to succeed," and now he's proving he doesn't.
He doesn't.
We need to have a discussion about like the value of a first round pick in the NBA right now.
It's a lot.
It's getting ridiculous because the Spurs 3 years ago traded DeJounte Murray to the Hawks for 4, and he ended up playing a season there.
It's
The value of a first round pick is like
it's very people throw it around like it's nothing, but it's worth so much. It really is worth so much.
Because everyone starts seeing these stories where it's like the undrafted guy becomes the man, like Austin Reeves, and that's just not realistic.
That's like once in a blue moon.
Jokic being a second round pick.
Like you're never maybe 20, 30, even a generation. You're not gonna find a chance like that with Jokic. Like a Hall of Famer a Hall of Famer with that caliber only comes in every once in a while. The last time I can remember a guy being drafted in the second round and making it that far is Dennis Rodman on the Pistons, getting drafted in the second round.
So Jalen Brunson was a second round pick now too. So he's another person that is.
I think he was the first pick in the second
He
round.
was picked 33.
Third pick in the
Is
second
he a
round.
Jokic though? No.
No,
But he's not a Jokic. But like eventually we're gonna have like when his career is over.
There's gonna be a discussion.
For him being in the Hall
I
of
think
Fame.
he's gonna be. Do you think he's one of the greatest Knicks of all time?
He's top 3.
Top 3. Who's above him?
Willis Reed.
Obviously.
Ewing is number 2, and Jalen Brunson number 3.
Who's behind him though?
Melo,
Bernard.
Bernard King.
Bernard King.
Walt
Come on,
Frazier.
you gotta put Bernard King over Melo.
No.
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 He won a chip.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't. I'm thinking about Willis.
Willis
I'm thinking of not
won
Willis.
2.
I'm
Walt
thinking
Clyde
about
Frazier.
I'm thinking about Walt Frazier.
Yeah, no. Walt Frazier's up there. Dick Barnett's up there. Dave DeBuscher's up there.
Walt retired, right? From like announcing.
Oh yeah.
From commentating. I mean,
kind of. It's
he just like comes in whenever he feels like it.
yeah.
He's like,
But he's not full time anymore because the Knicks aren't on.
Oh
NSG
yeah, I
as
forgot
often.
the whole thing.
The Knicks are on Prime a lot.
Is Mike Breen? Mike Breen.
Mike Breen will always be around. Mike Breen, he can do any job he wants.
Fordham legend.
Mike
Fordham
Breen.
legend.
Fordham legend Mike Breen.
Shout out Michael K.
Shout out Michael K. Shout out Mike Breen. Shout out Vince Scully. R.I.P. Vince Scully.
Fordham Prep legend.
But yeah, no, the Knicks are in a fantastic place. If you could see one trade deadline move for the Knicks, what would you like to do? What would you want them to do?
Go for a defensive small forward. You need it.
We have 2 of them.
Yeah.
We have
off
we
the
have
bench
2.
though. Off the bench. What happens with
Josh Hart.
OG's been injured.
Josh Hart.
Josh Hart. You guys have been playing off power, right? At the 4. Yes.
Yes.
And he's not built like a power.
Honestly,
He's not built like a 4.
bring Dante back into the. It's bring Dante.
You have too
back.
many guards though. You have too many. You have Landry. You have Deuce. You have Tyler Kolek.
If Dante comes back, Kolik's gone.
It's
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be Kolek Dadier.
I saw a guy in CAF the other day wearing a Tyler Kolek shirt.
Insane talks. But at the 4 we have Yabusele.
He's been doing bad though.
We have Gershon. He's been playing better, and we also have Tosan F. Bowman.
I want you.
Nets legend Tosan F. Bowman.
You're just throwing names out here, bro. There's no meaning to this.
If you bring back Dante DiVincenzo, I know I'm going back
You have to trade Tyler.
and I'm fine with that.
I mean, I'll be fine with that too.
Team chemistry goes up.
Or
It does.
Alvarado. Bring Alvarado in. I'm okay with Alvarado coming in.
Oh, there's another.
One thing
I
is
mean,
he's too
I think there's
small.
another guy on the Timberwolves, like a power forward that would fit really good in. with the Knicks.
Nas Reed.
Yo,
I was gonna say Julius Randle, but
I was gonna say Nas Reed.
2 words. Nas Reed.
Bring Nas Reed back in.
when I was at
You should get Nas Reed tattooed.
when
on
I was
you.
at
If he
WrestleMania
does.
Across my
40
forehead.
in Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial Field,
Oh no.
Somebody
whack,
had
whack. Coming from a Cowboys fan, whack.
there was a at WrestleMania 40. Somebody in the front row had a Nas Reed towel.
That's electric.
Have you seen that old? I think it was like someone's grandma had Nas Reed tattooed on herself.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
We have to respect legends like Nas Reed.
Nas Reed's
Is Nas Reed one of the best 6 men to do it in the modern era?
Modern
Yes.
era, yes.
Yeah, because like
Third, second. He's probably fifth best.
Manu,
Behind-
Manu
behind-
behind Jamal
Manu.
Crawford.
Behind Manu, Lou Williams, and Jamal Crawford.
I put Jamal Crawford and Lou Williams, but that's because I'm biased.
Yeah, everyone's biased.
Jamal Crawford was taking people's ankles back in the day.
Jamal,
I
Craw-
mean, did I
Jamal
show you that
Crawford's my
clip of
savior.
him? He was in the YMCA gym and he was like taking some guy's ankles
Yeah.
and he's like 40 something. He's still got
He
it.
got it. He got it.
He's like you follow him on Instagram, right, George?
of course.
He's like, it's so cool to see him like he's like training with his
I
kids.
repost every single one of his posts.
He, like, yeah, but have you
I'm
seen him in the gym
heartbroken.
like training with his kids?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
But no one's putting respect on Jordan Clarkson's name because Jordan Clarkson is amazing.
Is he on the team still?
Yeah, he gets like 16, 17 minutes a game. Oops. Yeah, but anyways, Jordan Clarkson gets legit minutes on this team, and I feel like Mike Brown doesn't get the ball in his hands enough, and that's one thing where one place where I get to see him.
Why is this the picture of Jordan Clarkson that comes up immediately? Look at the bottom right.
Wow, Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson doesn't even have a picture on Immaculate Grid when I do it every morning.
He doesn't?
No.
That's
Wasn't
crazy.
Jordan Clarkson on the Cavs team, the
On
2018
Utah, he was
Cavs?
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, man, that's
In Utah, he was amazing. He didn't even update his picture. He's still on the his picture from ESPN is still Utah.
That's insane. Insane talks. But Lewis, you think that they need to bring in a defensive small forward?
Yeah, for the bench.
Who? Give me a name.
I can't give you a name. Oh, ooh,
Sam Merrill.
that's not who I was thinking about. But I was thinking like, Jalen Johnson. Oh, Jaren
Cam
Durant.
Johnson.
Cam Johnson.
Jaron Duran.
Yeah, he's more of a his power.
He would
forward.
never. No
He
one's-
wouldn't want to. He hates
I
us.
think
right?
you're thinking of Jalen Duran.
Jalen Duran.
Jaron
oh,
Duran, the
Durant.
outfielder on the
Oh,
Red
my-
Sox.
Jaren Duran.
Jalen Duran.
Jalen Duran. Oh my! He's you know
He's
what?
also-
He's been talking about trading.
He's also 6'11" and he plays center
and yeah
for the Pistons, who are
Yeah, they
growing.
hate
and he's a
us.
second year player, and he's their future.
no. You knows their future?
Cade
No.
Cunningham,
No.
Ron Holland
No.
Jr., Killian Hayes.
No.
Oh,
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris. Is how much are they paying him? They're paying
like
him
$40
an
million.
insane clip.
No,
Tobias Harris over me.
Tobias Harris over you. I'm sorry.
Tobias Harris over me.
We're good, LeBron. Tobias Harris is here.
I miss Jimmy. How's Jimmy doing on the Warriors?
Jimmy's playing basketball. He's just playing basketball.
52 million.
But I think the Knicks need to bring in a defense-minded one, like
one?
like Jose Alvarado, or another backup center.
But I think you'd want to go
'Cause
for
we were
a
playing-
bigger one.
Well, Hook Porty's been playing
Dude,
a lot of
Hook
valuable
Porty?
minutes. I love Hook Porty. He went down bad this year. He would have helped a lot in the Eastern Conference Finals to guard Miles Turner.
George, I have nightmares from the 2022 play-in tournament because of Jose Alvarado.
He's good.
I
So
feel like
good.
he would be a perfect fit
I
for
feel
the
like
Knicks.
size
And that's a
is too
piece
small.
that is a piece that can
With-
put them in
w-
championship contention.
With a New York background, and the fan base would take him in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Because it's difficult to win over the Knicks fan base. It really is. And he'd fall right in. New York kid, Christ the King. Shout out Christ the King again.
I don't know, but like his height is a big problem for me. 6 feet.
Well, Jalen Brunson is listed as 6'2", but he's not a clip over 6 feet.
Really?
I'm being so honest.
Honestly?
I'm being so honest.
Yeah, he's just as tall as
I'll
you.
pull up the videos right now. Yeah, I'm 6 feet.
Give me
No, you're not, buddy. You wish.
I do wish.
No,
Can't even
but
find my phone to pull up a picture of Jalen Brunson. But
especially like I'm saying, like the Pistons are their biggest, I guess, competition going out of the East and getting to the finals. How and you put Jose Alvarado? Let's say you get the trade. You know, we get
you
him.
can put him.
You put him
on
on. Who are you putting him on? Cade.
Ron Holland.
Who are you gonna put him on? Because like he's not gonna guard Cade. Cade's
He'll guard Ron Holland.
Ron Holland.
He's starting for them, no?
Is he?
Oh no, Duncan's starting.
Yeah, I was gonna say Duncan Robinson.
Duncan Robinson.
That's a crazy.
Crazy name.
Is he on the Heat still? Did he go to the Cavs?
No, he's
that's
on the
Max Strus.
Pistons.
He is.
Yeah.
Since when?
I don't know, but I guess
I thought he was always on the Heat. No, I thought he stayed with the Heat.
Let's pause this discussion about the rest of the league. We're gonna send it to a break. Come right back and we'll talk about some other NBA teams.
Hey, what's up? It's Owen Kelty, one of WFUV Sports' New York Knicks beat reporters. Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks look to dominate the East and bring a championship back to New York. Keep up all season long on my X account at Owen Kelty for all the highs and lows of New York Knicks basketball. WFUV Sports is your home for all things Knicks.
You're listening to WFUV, New York.
Welcome back to One on One, New York's longest running sports call-in show. I'm George Sfouggatakis here with Travis Hayden, Luis Andrade, and we're back talking about some National Basketball Association teams. Start off with the Oklahoma City Thunder, looking like an unmovable object, with the unstoppable force more than an unmovable object. They're 24-1, one of the best starts in NBA history, rivaling that of the 2017 Golden State Warriors, the 73-9 Golden State Warriors.
Oh,
And this team is insane.
it is.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting up 32 points a game, 6 assists on 45% from 3, 56% from the field. This team is insane. And he's not even playing half of the fourth quarters this year.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how good Oklahoma City is. Again, the Clippers were looking like a future dynasty in 2019. We thought when Kawhi Leonard came from Toronto, and then you trade all Shea and all those picks for Paul George. Turns out we were setting up the Oklahoma City Thunder dynasty, and we did not know that back then.
No one thought Shea was going to be this guy except Sam Presti, who is a wizard on all fronts. I saw something on Instagram. I'm going to pull it up right now. I sent it to WFUV Sports alum Angel Ducret.
Angel Ducret. Oh,
Shout out Angel Ducret.
Angel.
It's been a while, but it's good to see him. So the Thunder picks until 2031, 2025 have 2 firsts and a second, and they have, I believe it's the Clippers.
Dude, they're still giving out picks from the Paul George trade. Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. They
Wait, how many years ago was that?
That was 6 going on 7 years.
that's number,
He's not wrong.
that's
though.
not. No, it's not. That's number 2 for this show.
Let's get to 6 or 7.
Yep. Let's get the 6.
That's 3 right there.
Jesus.
But
They have the Los Angeles Clippers picks, who are second worst in the league, and
Damn.
third worst in the league.
Shout out Chris Paul.
So they might get the number 1 overall pick this year, which is looks like it's going to be, what's his name? I'm gonna sell out. Peterson,
Darian Peterson.
Darian Peterson, and Darren Peterson. Yes, number 2 is looking like Cam Boozer,
Cam Boozer.
and 3 is looking like who I think is going to be the best player out of that draft class, Mr. AJ DeBanza.
Oh, I wanted to talk about.
Well, we're gonna get to AJ DeBanza because I have a whole segment dedicated to college.
I told you
Before
the
it
show.
happened again.
Before
So-
the show, I said that was gonna happen.
Quick little,
Little
I don't even know what to do about
practical
this.
issue.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, I told you that was gonna happen.
You did. Lewis did say it earlier that this
You always
Um,
called it.
I called it. It happened before the grace. So, anyways, Going on with that, the Thunder. Do you really think they can break the record of the Warriors?
I do think so, but I think they finally get their second loss tonight against the San Antonio
Oh,
Spurs.
no bias.
Dude,
Get out of here.
The Spurs beat the Lakers by around like 14, 15 points the other day with no Wemby. De'Aaron Fox put Austin Reeves in a blender.
Okay,
Offensively and defensively. Wemby is back, by the way.
he is back. He's been he's gonna win DPOI this year if he stays healthy.
Of course.
Hopefully he does.
Mikal Bridges might win DPOI.
No.
He's averaging a block and 2 steals a game.
Isn't Wemby averaging like 2 blocks?
Wemby's
Yeah, but that there's bias to because he's 7'40".
Stats are stats.
Stats are stats.
Stats. Yeah, you can't lie. Stat sheet doesn't
Wemby
lie.
was the block leaders in the NBA last year, and he
he's
missed the
gone-
majority
He's
of the
gone for
season.
like a third of the season. No, 2/3.
2/3.
He was like,
Oh yeah, with the blood clot.
yeah. I'm happy that went well
But
for him. That was scary.
going back, I was reading off picks for the Thunder, right? Oh yeah, 2025 is 2 firsts and a second. 2026 they have 3 firsts and a second. 2027 is 2 firsts, 2 seconds. 2028 is a first and 3 seconds. 2029 is 2 firsts. Get ready for this. 5 seconds.
5?
5.
What do you even do with that?
Trade.
You trade,
for
you
first?
trade them.
You trade them.
Can you
2030 is 1 first and 4 seconds. 2031 is 1 first and 1 second.
This is ridiculous at this point.
Great for the GM.
Sam Presti is a wizard.
And
Yes.
76ers just threw him out right to Oklahoma City.
They dropped him off with a silver platter like a stork dropping a child at a front door.
And you know what's crazy? The process was working up until he left.
The process is never real. Joel Embiid's not real. He should hang.
He
it
dropped
up.
49 last night.
I know. He's looking.
He's looking
looking
back to
old.
form. Give him give him the rest of the season. He could go back to form.
Nah.
I hope-
The Sixers are fraudulent. They're always fraudulent, and I'm worried this mic is gonna fall again.
So it's funny.
Just
Okay,
don't twist it around too much.
when the Brunson's first year making the playoffs with the Knicks,
when they lost to the Heat,
when they lost to the Heat, I remember the second round was the Celtics and 76ers and Heat and Knicks. And I said, oh, this is the easiest series to predict. The Knicks and the 76ers are not making a conference final. Give me the Heat and the Celtics. And that turned out to be one of the best Eastern Conference Finals of all time.
it was.
and that was when they beat the Celtics.
Yes,
Yeah.
so they were
And
down
then the Heat somehow made it to an NBA Finals more
And they got
recently than the Knicks.
as an 8th seed.
And they got
As an
smacked
eighth,
around
and
though.
then, and then they got belted. By,
I mean, I feel like any team coming out of the East would have got belted.
By the Nuggets that year?
Yeah, the Nuggets team was unstoppable. Actually,
no,
unstoppable.
wait, wasn't that the Warriors year?
No, that was the Nuggets year. The Celtics beat
Nuggets.
the Warriors.
You're thinking about the
The
one
Celtics
before
played
that.
the Warriors. Yeah.
You think one that was 2022.
But
not
they also
2023.
played in the Eastern Conference Finals that year as well.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah, it was
Celtics.
the- it was the
War- it
same.
was Celtics Warriors when Curry won in the TD Garden.
Yeah,
It made me so happy. Any day a Boston team loses is a great day.
yeah, but
Shout out Joe Henry.
Joe. Is he here?
No,
Nah.
Joe Henry's gone.
No.
But this is just this Thunder team.
I
is
think we need to talk
insane.
about Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
Christopher. Where do I even begin?
Christopher, you're breaking my heart.
Steve Ballmer did him so dirty.
Yeah, that was
That's
electric.
an interesting choice.
I'm gonna do it because like all the other answers are gonna be basic answers, especially since like they're so legendary.
I have a lot of playoff memories.
Can we do playoff memories instead of finals?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
so
that's way much easier.
So my favorite playoff memory.
I know what it is already.
No, not the DiVincenzo.
No, that's not what I was
Um,
thinking about.
It's actually the I was at the Garden and I watched the Knicks beat the Pacers in Game 1 last year.
That was it,
And-
really?
Yeah, and the
In
energy,
last year.
Yeah, and
You
the
think
energy.
the year before that because we lost game 1.
No.
It was the devil shot.
That was Game 1.
That was game 1.
Then it was 2 years ago.
It was definitely 2 years ago because we played the
2
Pacers
years
back to
ago.
back.
It
We
was
got eliminated
2
them.
years ago. And I was at Game 1, and the Knicks beat them, and the energy surrounding the Garden was insane. You felt the floor rocking.
Yeah.
The whole place felt like it was about to collapse, and I've never been in an atmosphere where the fans have so much dedication. And thinking about that gets me emotional because I'm lucky enough to be a part of the best fan base in the world. And it's just great being a Knicks fan every single year. You go
Yep.
in, you get your third place in the East, and then all your hopes and dreams just die in June. Wow, this is just depressing now.
Actually, it ended in May. For me, it's gonna be Mikal Bridges' block in Game 2
Oh, yeah.
at the Garden. Not at the
At the
TD
TD
Garden.
Garden, the fake Garden.
At the fake Garden. At the TD Garden on Jason Tatum, I believe, to go up 2-0 and upset the favorite Celtics.
So mine is the 2017. It's the second round of the playoffs, and it's the Spurs versus the Houston Rockets. Texas versus Texas, big matchup, and it's a close game. And James Harden is going for a 3 to tie the game, and Manu Ginobili, at his ancient age by 2017,
Was that the block?
comes in and blocks James Harden from behind. Just one of the most electric plays I've ever seen, especially from old man Manu, who was already bald by then. He had no more hair. Like he was so close to retirement. Like he was 1 year out from retirement, and
that Spurs dynasty doesn't get the recognition it deserves.
No, that doesn't get talked about enough.
5 rings in 15 years.
That's crazy. That's true longevity right there.
And the main reason for that is Mr. Greg Popovich.
And Tim
Pop.
Duncan. We gotta say
Yeah,
Tim.
Tim Dunk, Timmy.
But
Mr.
Pop-
Fundamentals.
Pop and Tim Duncan were the two most consistent
Is
parts.
Pop retired?
Yes.
So, kind of.
He has a
He
title.
has like
at
the honorary title. They still pay him.
See, he just shows up basically to like watch a free game. Like,
Essentially.
he
Like,
didn't
he's
give
like-
him advice.
he's in the office. He has a title. He's not doing anything.
No, he's struggling right now.
No, it's kind of sad to see like a legend like that. Especially his health is deteriorating for the worst.
You have to look at it. We're all getting old.
Yeah,
We
especially
are.
you, bro. You're about to be
I'm
on.
unk.
Well,
Well,
super unk.
A week from a week from yesterday, you're gonna be 20. Big 2-0, right, George?
Yeah, a week from yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. Yesterday, tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah. December 19th.
Damn. Slow down, Unk.
I'm old. Last year on my birthday, I got a call from Lewis at a Playboy Cardi concert. Very interesting.
It's actually
Was it?
Travis
It
Scott.
was not the first.
That was
of the
actually
month.
Travis Scott.
Oh, that was Utopia.
Yeah, that was Utopia. No, that's 2 years. That's 2
That
years
was
ago.
2 years ago. Jesus. Wow.
You guys are finally feeling how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it's like being born in 2003.
Hey.
Tragic.
LeBron was drafted that year.
LeBron was drafted that year.
LeBron.
All I'm gonna say is my dad watched Tim Duncan and David Robinson retire when with me. Like I was crying, and I was like also like 2 months old.
Also, David Robinson also retired. Patrick Ewing.
I got to see.
Oh, yeah.
I got to see David Robinson retire, even though I don't remember it.
No, you were there. You lived it. But that Spurs dynasty was electric. It was amazing. Early season awards, MVP.
Shay.
It's got to be SGA, but Jokic is close.
And
He's near.
we're gonna get voted for.
Jokic should have won last year.
Yeah, we're gonna get voted for for Shea soon.
It's just voter fatigue with Jokic. That's why Embiid had to win that 1 year.
It's like, damn, take it already.
Like Embiid needed to win that because they got voter fatigue, and we're like, okay, Embiid's runner up in the last 2 years in a row.
Let's just give it to him.
If Jokic gets one more MVP, he's tied with LeBron in MVPs.
Jokic is a top 10 player of all time.
If he wins like
Top
2 more
15.
MVPs, is he in the GOAT conversation?
I think Jokic.
He already has the chip.
I don't think he's in the GOAT discussion yet, but he's definitely top 10.
So I have my weird.
He's up there for one of the best centers of all time,
Is he gonna beat out Shaq if he keeps this pace up for like 5 more years?
without a doubt.
My Shaquisha.
Sure. DJ Diesel.
DJ D's.
DJ
what's
Diesel was in AC the other day.
He was at what's it called? Bay Plaza.
Really?
Yeah, Bay Plaza.
It's actually insane.
He was like selling his new drink or something. I'm like, why would you go to Bay
Shaq
Plaza?
Prime.
Yeah, I think it was Shaq Prime. Dude, why are you going to Bay Plaza?
Bay Plaza Electric.
Right next to
Anyways,
Club City.
6th man of the year. I think it has to go to Peyton Pritchard.
Is he technically starting now?
Does he count as a starter?
That team is like a hospital. I think he's a starter.
I don't know. I think if he's coming off the bench, it had to be Peyton Pritchard or
He won it last year,
Dylan
right?
Harper.
Dylan, I think
It's got to be.
It's got to be D Harp. He's so good.
And that just goes to show, like, the Spurs. I feel like this year's draft was like not
Spurs
really.
are cooking something.
Like this year's draft did not feel like it
Oh,
was.
it's Jaime Jaquez.
planned.
That's what the odds say.
Jaime Haka. He's been doing great for the Heat. I like him.
Jaime Jaquez.
I think give him 2 more years, he can be a starter on the Heat, like a true starter. He could actually be the face of the franchise. So right now, they're
Nas Reed's still up there. Jeremy Grant.
Yeah.
Jeremy. That's crazy.
Reed Shepard's having Anthony Black, for
AJ
the
Mitchell.
Magic, AJ Mitchell. But I think the odds are Josh Hart's up there. Of course, it has to be Josh Hart.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna win it though.
No,
Unfortunately.
he won't. But it's looking like it might be Jaime Jaquez. DPOI.
Wemby. Sorry,
Mikael Bridges.
Wemby. That's just.
Clutch Player of the Year has got to be JB. It's JB every year.
JB every year.
But I think, all right, who's going to win the chip? Who does it look like is going to win the chip?
You're not gonna like my answer.
Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City Thunder.
If they get there's no injuries, they're gonna win it again, and they might win the next 4.
George, tell us why it's the New York Knicks.
Break it down to me. How are they beating the Thunder?
New York Knickerbockers. Because we're just a better team overall, and that's all it says.
Who's containing Shea?
I had my rant. Deuce McBride and Landry Shamet.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Landry Shamet's putting Shea in.
Who's guarding Jalen Williams?
Mikal
Who's
Bridges.
guarding Chet?
Oh wait, Mikal Bridges is gonna guard
Chet?
Shea. We have Mitch and Hook Porty who's gonna guard Chet. We can
about
put
Isaiah?
OG on J-Dub, Cat. We're chilling.
Isaiah's gonna
Big chilling.
Isaiah's gonna cook. Okay, he's not even a scorer. He's gonna cook Cat.
Nah. Anyways, we're gonna send it to break. We have a special guest coming up very shortly. Talk some MLB, and we'll see you in a jiffy.
Hi everyone, I'm Grace McCarran and I'm one of your 2025-26 New York Islanders beat reporters for WFUV Sports. Follow me on X at Grace McCarran_ for live game updates, features, and other inside content from the island all season long. From the development of first overall pick Matthew Schaefer to incredible saves by Ilya Sorokin, WFUV Sports has you covered every step of the way as the Isles look towards the postseason. WFUV is your home for New York sports.
Hey Devils fans, Tucker Austin here from WFUV Sports, one of your New Jersey Devils beat reporters for the 2025-26 season. From Hughes Brothers Havoc to Heischer hat tricks and Markstrom masterclasses, I'll have you covered live from the Prudential Center for all things Jersey hockey. Follow me on X at @Taustin_24, where I'll have live game updates, analysis, and post-game coverage all season long as the Black and Red look to bring Lord Stanley back to the Rock. WFUV Sports is your home for everything New Jersey Devils.
Welcome back to One on One, New York's longest running sports calling show. George Sfouggatakis here with Travis Hayden, Louis Andrade. We're going to talk some baseball, and we have a special guest joining us today. Lloyd Carroll, columnist for the Queens Chronicle. He's here to talk some Mets with us. How you doing, Lloyd?
Good to be here, calling you live. Pardon the noise if you hear it in the background. I'm at the St. John's Iona game, and it's not exactly been a barn burner as neither team could put the ball in the basket. I think Iona was winning early 10-7 when I last checked.
It must be brutal, but at least you're in the garden. It's never a bad day when you're in the garden. So
very true.
So quick question for you. Being
Sure.
a regular at the Mets games, how do you feel about Pete Alonso's absence?
It's funny. That is a tough question. Obviously, everybody's going to miss Pete. Probably as a journalist and looking at it a little differently than as a fan, I always liked Pete because he was always accessible to the media. He was a good corporate citizen. Never big leagued anybody. Was happy to talk with fans and reporters. Although I have to admit, the last 2 years he was a little more, I don't want to say aloof, but obviously I think the pressure of the long-term contract kind of what had him watching his P's and Q's a little more around this, and I can understand that.
So with the Mets in their current state after trading Nimmo and letting Diaz, Alonso, and Tyler Rogers go, how do you feel about the Mets coming into this season, especially from a perspective where you want to see the team win games and you want to be able to report on a winning team?
Well, I report on the team whether they win or lose. In some ways, as a journalist, it's actually more fun when they lose, more stuff easier to write about. But having said that, it's an incomplete product. But even if, and here's the key thing and this is true for any sports team, it's not just the Mets, but when you have a wide turnover, when a lot of personnel goes, and even if you brought in potential Hall of Famers onto a team, it generally the first year it's hard to get that instant chemistry if it's ever going to exist. So that is something that I think fans lose sight of. I think even general managers lose sight of. That wholesale changes, like in their glory days, the Atlanta Braves, for example, they always had that same core, and there would be incremental changes. Same thing for the New York Yankees in their glory, in their glorious late 1990s run. That might pick up one big key player, but basically that core stayed the same. It's very difficult when there are wholesale changes, even if on paper those changes look better than the team did the year before.
Hey, how you doing, Lloyd? This is Lewis.
Hey, Lewis.
How you doing? Quick question. Pete was kind of a staple of the team, and I'm kind of wondering why. What was the logic, if there's any inside information?
Hold on. Quick breaking news. Jorge Polanco signs a 2-year, $40 million deal with the New York Mets.
Oh.
Yep. We heard that. Jorge Polanco, and I was going to talk about him, is a very good baseball player. A tough out. He used to always kill the Mets whenever they'd match up. Not that it was that often, but whenever the Mariners would match up with the Mets, Polanco was always a tough out. Now, if he were replacing Marcus Semien, I'd be a lot more excited. But by itself, it's not going to make I don't think he's not going to. If it's replacing Pete Alonso at first base, I don't think the fans are going to go crazy for it. And that's not the fault of Jorge Polanco, who's a very good player. But just getting back to Alonso, I'm going to show my age here. 60 years ago, Bill DeWitt. Now, Bill DeWitt was the general manager of the Cincinnati Reds. Frank Robinson was 30 years old, and ironically, he traded Frank Robinson to the Baltimore Orioles for Milt Pappas and a couple of other players. And he believed that Frank Robinson was an old 30. Well, that to this day remains the worst baseball trade in history, even worse than the Tom Seaver trade that the Mets had in 1977. Totally lopsided. And Robinson, not only was he the most valuable player for the Orioles in 1966, but went on to have 7 or 8 more good, very solid, productive years. And this was before, 60 years ago, players did not have the nutrition background, the physical off-season training that today's players have. Pete Alonso is very durable. I mean, the man never got hurt, or rarely got hurt. I think he was hit by a pitch a couple times, had to miss a few games, but that was the exception to the rule. And the way David Stearns operated, talking about a 5-year contract, you would have thought that Pete Alonso would have been getting his AARP card and ready for Social Security at the end of that contract, which I just found very bizarre. And few in the media brought up. I mean, it just seemed, it's like we took Stearns' word, at 36 he's going to be washed up. No, he won't be. And no, in all likelihood he won't be.
So was there any other logic to, because there were reports that came out that the Mets let Pete Alonso walk. They didn't even offer him any contract. It's kind of
yeah. I mean, they didn't. This is part of David Stearns' mentality, and also Steve Cohen taking a hands-off attitude on this. He got active last year to bring Alonso back, probably because he wanted to make sure he set the Mets home run record. Now that that's already in the past with his 264, the logic just is not there. Now, let's go with what Stearns. You got to set the stage up for this as soon as the season's over with his run prevention obsession, and there's no other way to describe it. I think that Pete Alonso has been given an unfair label as a bad defensive first baseman. He's scooped up many balls in dirt. He's one of the best in the big leagues at that, saving infielders like the overrated Francisco Lindor, and also whoever is playing third de jour, a lot of errors. And I don't think he's ever gotten credit for that. And I think Stearns has held a grudge because of one high throw he made to Kodai Senga that landed Senga on the injured list for the umpteenth time. Then again, Kodai Senga could wind up on the injured list every time he ties his shoelaces. So I really feel that Pete got an undeserved bad rap because of that.
Oh, hey, Lloyd. Travis here. So after last year, you guys gave the Mets gave the big contract to Juan Soto, and it didn't work out as well in playoff success as we had all hoped. And this year going into it, we're losing Pete Alonso. We're gaining a new first baseman. But do you think that the Mets will be in playoff contention this year, or maybe even title contention, or do you think we got a few years to go? And if you do think you got a few years to go, how would you go about fixing the Mets?
I would doubt next year. I mean, I'm not going to say that they're going to be like the late 1970s Mets. They may even come up with a better record than their 83, 79, 2025 team did. But and look, given the nature of of wild cards these days, and the expansion of that, look, they could be in the run, for that. Now, how seriously I'm going to take beyond that, I wouldn't expect much. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to be awful for the next few years, but they have young players coming through. We've got to see what Carson Bench and Brandon Sprout and Jet Williams.
All of those are very good prospects. They have a legit future with those three, especially Carson Bench. I think he's going to be a fantastic Major League ball player.
And again, that's fine, but again, one shouldn't expect miracles in year number one. Sometimes it takes a while to learn the big leagues and to not be intimidated, and particularly in this market. I think the one thing that Stearns has made difficult here is that whether it be Jorge Polanco or the young Met players that we're talking about is the fan base already is going to have pitchforks already on day one because they don't have Diaz and Alonso, which puts inordinate more pressure on these new Mets that we're going to see in 2026. Whether it's fair or not, that's going to be the reality.
Very, very true. And from the business side of baseball, why do you think that Stearns and Cohen didn't pay Diaz or Alonso the money that they were looking for and got paid elsewhere?
Okay. I think with Alonso, it's a little more clear that was just Stearns not wanting to pay or be committed to Alonso for 5 years. He was not Pete's guy. I mean, he was not Stearns' guy. He didn't sign him, and I think his obsession with Pete's, and I think unfair defense label, that was kind of off the table early. Now, the Edwin Diaz negotiation, that is actually far more interesting because that's a clear case of incompetence. I think if I were Steve Cohen, I would put Stearns in a room right now and run the Alec Baldwin scene from Glengarry Glen Ross about being a closer. I mean, this was just incompetence. You don't bring in a guy you really want back. And I don't question the Mets wanted Edwin Diaz back. And you knew the Dodgers, not only do they have the money, but they signed his brother Alexis. And it wasn't because they thought Alexis was the greatest pitcher. They knew he would be a draw to bring Edwin to the Dodgers once he became a free agent. So when Stearns brought him in and said, we're going to give you 3 years, $66 million, but we have wiggle room, that's telling me, wait a minute, that's not their best offer. And you know what? Stearns' personality can be very off-putting. I found that as a reporter, and I'm sure that it wasn't just my sense on that. And I bet the players and their agents probably are tired of his act too. So when the Dodgers called him in and said, hey, look, we're going to give you 3 years, $69 million, but take it or leave it. We're not going to play a bidding war here. If you walk out the door, we're out of this. Diaz said, guys have been the two-time defending champion. I like the Los Angeles weather, 75 degrees in April. This sounds great. I go to the Pacific Ocean on an off day. This works for me. And I can hang with my brother? Yeah. So for Stearns not to realize that is just gross incompetence. And that's, to me, inexcusable. In some ways, if I'm Steve Cohen, that could be a potential firing offense just on that alone.
Hey, Lloyd, do you believe that Yankees legend Devin Williams is going to be able to fill up, I guess, the massive shoes of Edwin Diaz's presence as a closer?
Well, Devin Williams is a good pitcher. Now, again, he's been put in really in an unfortunate position because he had a little bit of a shaky year with the Yankees, and there were some good games and some bad games. I think he'll be okay, but what I do worry about is if he gets off to a slow start in April, blowing saves, I just have a feeling that the Citi Field faithful are going to give him a really rough time. Although everybody kind of forgets that when Edwin Diaz got here in 2019, he was pretty awful in his first year or two with the Mets. So I get it. Williams is a veteran pitcher. He's got a year under his belt here in New York. But let's face it, he was brought over here because he's one of Stearns' guys. Stearns was the general manager of Milwaukee when he was having his greatest success. So, this is not unusual in corporate America that the people in charge want to bring in their own people, whether it be players or front office personnel. Not a surprise.
So, do you think the Mets are going to make a serious run at Kyle Tucker, or are you think they're going to stay in the shadows?
Yeah, it all depends. I think someone's going to outbid the Mets. I do think there's going to be a legit interest in Kyle Tucker. I'm not sure he's the savior. I mean, look, we all thought Juan Soto was going to be the savior. I'm not sure if Kyle Tucker would be or not. And again, we're talking about where do they see Jet Williams and Carson Benj and the current outfield. So we're going to I just don't really sense it. I mean, I'm not saying that it's going to be like the Wilpon era where Stearns is going to hide and not talk to him. I think there will be a legit offer, but I think there's going to be someone who's going to outbid him. And the other factor is I don't think it'll be the Dodgers. Could be a team with it plays in a state with no income tax or a lower income tax than New York, and there are plenty of those.
Fair enough, but do you think that if the Mets do pick up Kyle Tucker, do you think that could propel them to making a serious run at the division title?
Well, obviously, given the back of his baseball card, I would be foolish to say no. But I always feel when you bring in a lot of new parts, it doesn't always gel immediately, if at all. That's all I can say. And again, this is no knock on Kyle Tucker or the Mets going after him. I'm just saying that everybody's got to kind of take a wait-and-see attitude. Likewise, I have to say this with the Baltimore Orioles. They're taking a risk, too. Now, I believe in Pete Alonso, but it wasn't that long ago that they signed their own player, their own Pete Alonso, Chris Davis, who was
True.
And look what happened there. So I want to give a little bit of leeway here to David Stearns, but that's the risk of sports in general.
Do you believe there are any others, I guess, major free agents that the Mets are eyeing up and to try to bring to their club this upcoming season?
We all know the big names we've seen, the Bellingers. I can't see Bellinger leaving the New York Yankees. I don't think it's a Juan Soto situation. His dad played there. He likes being there. It is the predominant New York team, so I don't see that. In terms of pitchers, I don't really know who's out there, and I also obviously that gets to the Tarek Skubal inevitable question. On the Mets, I don't trade a whole boatload of prospects for a guy who will be gone in a year. That was people forget that was
if
a
he
mistake
comes
they made
to the Mets, I doubt he'd resign.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is people forget when the Mets got Francisco Lindor in 2021, they gave up Ahmed Rosario, who's still a pretty good ball player. Andres Gimenez has become an excellent ball player. A couple of prospects who didn't pan out. But people forget that Francisco Lindor was in the last year of his contract. They did not sign him. They had to hold their breath. And because Steve Cohen was new owner, he gave him, at the time, an incredibly generous contract. I think it was at $340 million, 12 years. And again, this is before Stearns was there. You don't want to put yourself in that position with Skubal where, he's going to have all the leverage, and he'll have plenty of leverage no matter what. But when you trade a boatload of prospects and Scott Boras is your agent, you're really basically begging to play Russian roulette with 5 bullets in the chamber. Just crazy.
But with the pitching issue, especially the bullpen strength, losing 2 of your very, very solid relievers in Tyler Rogers and Edwin Diaz, where do you think do you think the Mets have a possible look for another bullpen piece, or do you think they're going to have to give up those prospects for a bullpen piece instead?
They won't do it for a bullpen piece, but they are in trouble. I mean, you've got Devin Williams. You have to pray that A.J. Minter is recovered from his surgery. I'll tell you, they may just have to grin and bear it with the Justin Hagemans of the world in the short run. I don't really, unless there's some relief pitcher on another team that's making too much money for an owner that wants, I'm not sure who like a David Bednar type with the Pirates. That's probably who they're going to be looking towards, a team that just wants to shed a little payroll. I think the Miami Marlins probably have guys like that who they can probably get from the bullpen, because I don't think that Bruce Sherman, their owner, wants to pay big money for a relief pitcher.
What do you think is like the biggest hole in the Mets roster right now that they need to fill before they move on to this season? Until the Polanco signing, I would have said obviously first base. I'm still not sure if that's where they see Polanco fitting in. I'm not sure what kind of first baseman he is. It's not. He's been basically an infielder and a pretty good one. So I just don't see that. Center field, Tyrone Taylor is a terrific glove. Not as awful a hitter as he's shown the last year or two. And frankly, just a great guy. So I'm rooting for him, but they really do need an upgrade there. And I'm not sure who's replacing Brandon Nimmo in left field at this point. So the outfield seems to be a glaring, both defensively and offensively at this point. But again, if Carson Bench comes in and there could be a surprise signing here and there, obviously if your Mr. Tucker comes to Queens, that would alleviate that situation. Do you believe trading Brandon Nimmo was the right move for the Mets?
Again, that's a complex issue. I don't think let me just say this, that I don't think neither he nor Alonso or Edwin Diaz were the reasons the Mets did not do well last year. Nimmo hit 25 home runs. Again, I think he's a better outfielder than Stearns and his acolytes are saying. I don't think getting Marcus Semien, I respect Marcus, he's had a terrific career, but he's 35. I'm not so sure that was the best return on investment in terms of making a trade. So, if you want to trade Nimmo, fine, I get that. Another fan favorite, another great guy with the media. The one thing I will say this in Stearns' defense, that Nimmo was the team's union rep. And I'm not saying he was traded because of that, but in 2021, Michael Conforto was the union rep. And if you remember at the time, now Conforto was going to be a free agent, but there was a lockout looming. A work stoppage was obvious. And that took a toll, I think, on Conforto, both being a free agent and that work stoppage. Now, you might say that Nimmo had a guaranteed contract, but one thing I know about Brandon, whatever he puts his mind to it, he took that role of being the Mets union rep pretty seriously. To the point where he was telling me that he was already getting information from Tony Clark and advising, players about what and what not to do during the upcoming year. And I wonder if Stearns was concerned that Nimmo would be so concerned about what's going on with the union that it might affect his play on the field. Nobody's brought that up. I did in my column last week, but I think that may have been a concern.
Shifting gears a little bit, Bobby told us that you liked to cover the Heisman ceremony. And how do you think
I'll be there later.
And how do you think this year's Heisman ceremony compares to other years, especially with the relatively weaker class?
Well, I tell you, I don't think it's that weak a class. And in the years that I've covered, it always seemed that there was a foregone favorite, that we were just the big thrill was who was going to come in second when you got the official voting after the ceremony after the winner was announced. This year, I think the two big guys are obviously Fernando Mendoza from Indiana and Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame seem to be the two big ones. I think Diego Pavia is kind of a long shot here, and same thing with Justin Sane. I think losing to Indiana probably may have hurt his chances, but I think it's an interesting crowd. I got to tell you, I spoke to these guys yesterday. I was very impressed with all of them because not only are they at WFUV, college radio station, you guys all go to class and take your studies, I'm sure, seriously. Some of these guys, I was particularly impressed with Fernando Mendoza, who graduated from Cal Berkeley. Apparently, he told me graduated in 3 years. and now is getting his MBA from Indiana. And I jokingly asked him, because I'm a CPA besides writing my sports column, how he enjoyed his accounting courses. And he goes, I really enjoyed financial and managerial. I like accounting because it's like with all the equations, it's like a puzzle that you have to solve. I thought I was taken away by that. I said, this is my kind of guy.
Yeah, I can relate to that as a finance major, Man, I didn't like as much as Fernando did. It was a little frustrating to deal with, especially with all the equations you have to memorize for the big tests. But
there you go. Well, I have to admit, I was kind of taken aback by it, but I certainly liked hearing that from him. So there's a guy who I think is, if the Jets do draft him, I have no doubt that he can handle New York. There's kind of an Eli Manning-esque quality to him, kind of that aw shucks. I get the feeling that the way you see him there is the way he is in every component of his life. That I don't think it's an act. There are some athletes that turn on and turn it off. And come to think it's a lot of the baseball executives that I've gotten to know over the years are the same way, depending on who they're talking to. But I get the feeling Mendoza's the real deal.
Lloyd, I had another question for you. I wanted to ask you, how many Heisman Trophy ceremonies have you covered so far? And and which one has been your favorite class of players that you've gotten to talk to at the going to the Heisman?
I don't think I have the exact number. I'm going to say probably at least 25, and it may be more than that. I was thumbing through the Heisman almanac they gave us, where you see all the past winners. I think it even goes into the late 1990s. I think my favorite year was Colt McCoy versus Tim Tebow, and they had. The reason I remember that is both these guys had a lot of personality, and Tim Tebow showed to me he had a great sense of humor. So they don't do this anymore. Maybe I understand the reason they don't. They would bring him I think before the presentation, the media could ask any questions. They're asking all these serious questions, and I have to admit I had nothing really to add. But ESPN had a little bit that they had shown, I think, just before the Heisman, a gimmick where they brought all the candidates into, may it rest in peace, the Carnegie Deli to have kind of the New York traditional kind of kosher-style delicatessen. So I asked Colt McCoy and Tim Tebow. First I said to Colt McCoy, which do you prefer, kosher-style brisket or Texas? And he took it seriously. And he was giving a whole ramble about why he prefers Texas barbecue brisket. I think Leslie Visser punched me on for asking that. And then I asked Tim Tebow, and I wished him, I said, Tim, happy Hanukkah. I see you celebrated the first day at the Carnegie Deli. He laughed. He got it. And so if you're asking, that's what I remember. It's the offbeat. And I think people like, seeing how these guys are when they get an unexpected question. I know if you're an old fan of Howard Stern, that might sound like a stuttering John question, but I enjoy that kind of thing. But it's not meant to be nasty. Just have a little fun.
Yeah, it's when you look at it, the Heisman is like the greatest. When you're elected, it's known as the greatest fraternity in all of college. It's a very exclusive frat and as you can tell by the Heisman House commercials, it's only for the elite of the elite. And although Colt McCoy didn't make the cut, he is still a Texas legend, and that is hilarious. Happy Hanukkah to Tim Tebow.
And he was great, because he has that whole born again Christian thing. But he's, I got to tell you, every time I've met Tim over the years, a really terrific gentleman. Very likable. Again, kind of like Pete Alonso. The way you see him is the way he always is. It's not just staged for the cameras.
And did you actually because you are a New York columnist, did you also deal with him when he was or not deal? I wouldn't say deal with him, but like
when he was with the Jets briefly.
Yes.
Didn't come across him that much. I didn't go into the Jets locker room as much, so I'm sorry I didn't get to know him better. But I'm sorry his career didn't work out better. I always liked him.
Yeah, Tim Tebow was a very special player.
Yeah,
good guy. Does good work with ESPN when I do get to see him. We'll find out tonight, though, who's going to win. I'm looking forward to that.
Who do you think is going to win?
I think Mendoza has got the slight edge on this because of Indiana beating Ohio State. Quarterbacks, with all due respect to Jeremiah Love, I think have an advantage on this. And So if I were a betting man, I would, but I wouldn't bet a lot on it. I'd probably put my chips on Mendoza.
Lloyd, do you also think the record plays a factor into Mendoza's odds for like the 13-0 record has got to be like when you look at Ohio State's now 12-1, Georgia's also 12-1. Everybody else either 1-2 lost teams that are going into the playoffs, and Vanderbilt obviously not in the playoffs. Notre Dame not in the playoffs. And Ohio State is in there, but they do have the loss. Do you think that one loss, the 0 losses, adds to Mendoza's case this year?
Well, it has to. It's no fault of Justin saying, just human nature. If you have to flip a coin, well, you know what? If you want it to land on heads, you're going to go, 0 is better than 1 when it comes to losses. I just think that's human nature. And it's unfortunate because if you think about it, that loss that Notre Dame had to Miami by a small difference early, at like the first week of the season, wound up biting them in the butt. And I think that's kind of unfortunate.
One last question for you here,
Sure.
Lloyd. How's that Iona and St. John's game?
Well, I took the TV set off, so I have no idea at this moment because I'm in the radio room. For those you guys who've been to the Garden, so you know what I'm talking about. For some reason, they were blasting the volume on it, and there was no way of lowering it, so I had to kind of unplug the set so we could talk.
We appreciate it, Lloyd. Thank you very much for
Hey,
calling
this has been a lot of fun, guys. Maybe I'll see Bobby C. a little later. I'm sure you'll have one of your reporters at the Heisman.
We definitely will.
definitely. I think
You'll see us
Tucker.
out there. We appreciate it. Thank you, Lloyd.
This
Lloyd.
is
Thank
an
you,
honor.
Lloyd.
Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
You too.
Well, that was great.
That was fantastic.
That was a really fun
amazing.
conversation.
Yeah, that was great.
Lloyd is my goat, bro.
Lloyd was a pleasure to have on the show.
He was
That
lighting
was
up.
my favorite interview.
Yeah,
All
for
time,
sure.
all time.
Guys, it's not much of more of a baseball casual. I was just taking in information about the pain and misery of a New York Mets fan.
Yeah, it sounds
You could hear it.
horrible.
You could
We're
hear it through his
Lewis and I are
voice.
Yankees fans, and it sounds horrible to be a Mets fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw how happy I got when he said, "Yeah, Cody Bellinger." Yeah.
Cody Bellinger is not going anywhere. But now that we're off of interview style, what do you think, Lewis, about these moves for the Mets?
Oh my! As a Yankees fan,
It's
know
beautiful to see.
It's beautiful to see because like the little brother that's been so annoying to you is like the best way I can describe the Mets. And I just can't stand them. So when I finally can like rub something in their face, it's the best feeling ever.
So educate me a little bit on baseball right now, guys. Edwin Diaz is the guy with the cool walkout song, right?
Yes.
Yes. He was the best closer in baseball
For like a good stretch. Like
for like the past.
That walkout song was awesome. I knew about that. And
I think it's currently the best walkout song.
currently.
Currently.
Camilo Doval's pretty good.
Oh,
All right.
He's not. His play
Back when it
doesn't
was
lo-
in the Giants, it
Yeah.
was electric.
baseball casual right here, like straight up
He's not
admitting
looking good
it.
in
The
the
best
matchups.
walkout of all time is Mariano Rivera.
Oh, it has to be
Enter
Sandman.
Sandman.
Not even casual.
Has to be
That's
Enter
that's
Sandman.
the take. That's the take.
Or you're gonna call me crazy. Trevor Hoffman and Hell's Bells.
That's good too.
It's Enter Sandman.
But yeah, I like the Polanco move. Jorge Polanco
I think so
is
too.
my all-time favorite player in MLB The Show.
Even though I love Lloyd, I feel like he was being kind of harsh on Polanco. But
Yeah, I love Polanco. Polanco was a
he did great with the
postseason
Mariners.
hero for the Mariners last year. Amazing MLB The Show card. I have nothing but love for that man. Except for the fact he went down for
Yo,
steroids.
What the Lloyd had me dying when he was hating on Francisco Lindor. Overrated.
I
Yo,
don't know about.
was
I don't know if I
dying.
agree with him on that.
No,
I
loved
love
it.
Lindor.
I loved it because it was so contra. He didn't even back it up. He just said it.
Yeah, he just
with
was casually
confidence,
dropped
with
it.
the confidence.
It was a casual overrated drop.
No, I know
Yeah,
Emma
for
back
a
there is
man.
like definitely like she kind of dropped when he said that.
Fighting for life.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to do it for our baseball segment. We come back, talk some NFL, Jets, Giants,
Football.
Football.
general NFL, get into the Bucks, Baker Mayfield collapse.
Yikes.
And then we'll talk some college hoops. I get to talk about AJ DeBanza, Cam Boozer,
BYU.
Darren
Guys,
Peterson, BYU.
It's the first time in 5 years we get to talk about Phillip Rivers.
We do get to talk about Phillip Rivers.
We got big news for him too.
Let's send it to a break. We'll be back in a short bit. Thank you for having us on 101.
You're listening to WFUV, New York.
Welcome back to One on One, New York's longest running sports call-in show. George Sfouggatakis here with Travis Hayden and Luis Andrade. And quick little tidbit, if you have anything to say, it could be the most mundane thing, could be a hot take, you can always call in at 718-817-2750. Feel free to call in and talk some ball with us.
You can even talk about the Masters.
Yes, you can even talk about the Masters, according to my hoodie. Big golf guy here.
Yeah, Bobby's not getting you those credentials. Keep dreaming.
No, we're gonna get there. You're gonna see me at Augusta. I actually might not even be allowed to take pictures there.
Really?
Because at the Masters, you are not allowed to have your phone open.
Someday, George.
Interesting.
Someday I will walk the Augusta grounds.
Someday.
All right, let's talk some football. Let's talk about two of the worst franchises in all sports. The G-Men.
And Jets, Jets.
It's funny.
Heartbreaking teams.
I just saw an Instagram post. I just want to say out loud. Sorry. I feel like it describes this.
You're not allowed.
I don't care. Okay. Jet superfan cancels season tickets after
I saw
years
that.
of calamity.
Because it got expensive. Too expensive.
Ray Hoffman, Captain Jet from Staten Island.
Heartbreaking place.
Has declared that he's opting out of
Staten
season
Island
tickets.
is not a real place.
He can't take no more of the team. That's a direct quote, by the way. That's being put out there. His homemade Jets helmet and green cape will no longer be at MetLife Stadium.
So, can I say something? Unlike most Jets fans, I'm a little optimistic about the future of the Jets right now.
That's
a crazy take.
I know it is a crazy take.
Not even a take. It's wrong.
But obviously,
it's just objective.
You have the draft coming up where you're probably going to be able to get a new quarterback, or you could go after one of the ones in the market if you do end up winning too many games, and if you don't want to trade a haul to either the Giants or like the Raiders. To get Fernando Mendoza. You could try the market and try and get Kyler Murray, who will probably be coming.
I don't think so. I don't do that. Behind your O-line that you just butchered in the in the trade.
Well, here's the other thing that you can to why I feel like there's something to look forward to as a Jets fan. That Sauce Gardner deal is looking really good right now.
They fleeced. He's been played. He got injured immediately.
He played one game and they got injured immediately.
He was like, thank God it wasn't a Achilles.
Yeah,
tear.
it almost looked like it was.
It was like a calf sprain.
But we have 2 first-round picks. You have two first-round picks from the Colts, and then you have a 2020. It's in 2027. You're looking like you're gonna have 3 first-round draft picks.
That's great
because you have the Quinnen Williams trade, which is either gonna be either the Cowboys or Packers pick, depending on who has the worst record.
Yeah,
it's that is what the trade details is. But you have 5 first-round picks over the next 2 years.
The one thing I'm not confident with is that the Jets historically are not good drafters.
Well, when you look back at the New York Jets in the 2020s, one of the big things they did is, granted, they have not had success since then either, but look back at the Jamal Adams trade with the Seahawks.
That was great for them.
That was amazing for them. You got 2 first-round picks, and not only that, the 2 first-round picks were Elijah Vera Tucker and Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson panned out a lot, but one thing, that's not because of their bad drafting. I just wanted to say this, that Garrett Wilson's probably going to leave because it's clear that he doesn't want to be there anymore. I'm not sure if this was a true or it was more of his stature, or his a cadence towards everyone.
Yeah.
That he was like, okay, I'm done with you guys.
Garrett Wilson wants out.
He did. He
Brees
was
Hall
upset they
wants
didn't get
out.
traded.
So
He was upset. He was
Both of
actually
them
upset.
were.
So the big thing is when you look at like a roster in football, I thought the Jets did an amazing job building a team going into 2022, 2023
And that's just
with
bad
the
luck.
rookie.
That's just
And
bad luck.
it was bad luck as soon as Rodgers that 2023 was your year to win that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Rodgers went down with the torn Achilles right away.
Heartbreaking.
It was hard.
And they still played good. They almost made the playoffs that season, even with him out.
Yeah, exactly. And even before that, and then with him back, it was a different story.
Yeah.
But
Sad.
there was a lot going on in the New York Jets last year. But that core of Sauce, Brees Hall, Quinnen Williams, Garrett Wilson.
That whole team was.
It was designed
on paper. It was great.
It was designed to win with Aaron Rodgers, and as soon as he went down, it was.
They even got some, what's his name? That wide receiver from Green Bay that
Alan
came with
Lazard.
him. Alan
Alan Lazard. He was on a Jesser Guess the NFL Player video. Fun fact.
Crazy.
Fun
Crazy
fact.
fun. That's not. Is that even fun? It's just a fact.
No, it was fun because
he still is a Jets receiver, by the way.
He
Yeah.
is. Aaron abandoned him.
Aaron brought him to the New York
and then
Jets
he brought
and left.
Devontae, and then he.
Dude, they brought in Alan Lazard, Devontae Adams. They brought in Nathaniel Hackett, the offensive
Oh
coordinator.
boy.
They brought in Adrian Amos at the time, who was another Packers safety. The Jets just have an affinity for Packers players, and as a Packers fan, like past their prime Packers players,
They get tired of like the little town.
get ready to learn Jordan Love in a decade.
That'd be
even
so
think it's
funny.
gonna happen.
Jordan Love. Seeing, it feels so weird to seeing Aaron Rodgers' age. Like, it's weird.
He's so bad. He's
been
so
doing good. He had a
bad.
good game against the Ravens this last week.
He's broken. He needs to get off the ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca. No,
I mean, no, that's what
I think that is part of the problem.
that was no. Well, he did ayahuasca for the first time after
Rogers.
after drafting Jordan Love, and
I think that's where it all went downhill.
what really he won 2 MVPs back to back right after that.
Yeah, he
Perk,
did. But
Perk Rogers.
Perk Rogers, but then, like the
The character wise, the character.
character. That's what I meant.
He,
Not
he
him in
lost
play.
it. He's gone.
Because then he I know everyone can be entitled to their
he
opinion.
needs to be shipped to Kazakhstan for a
2-3 Dagestan.
2-3 year Dagestan.
Oh,
No-
don't
no
get me
call.
started on 2-3 year Dagestan and Kazakhstan. Shout out Shavkat Rakhmonov, comes back
Yeah.
in 2026, future world champ
Dude.
right there.
I love that reel you sent me with the Disney one.
Yeah. chill.
I don't know. I know what you're talking about. I don't know if we can say that one.
No, we're
shout
gonna
out-
get canceled.
I know it's the Jets segment, but shout out. I feel like the Jets need to be sent 2 to 3 years Dagestan and forget
Honestly.
Yeah.
it. My kids are going to Dagestan one day. That's a dream destination for
Yeah.
me. That is Dagestan's on my dream vacation.
Are you
list.
gonna send your kids to Dagestan and not call them for 2 or 3 years?
Dude, my
3 years.
mind you, I've been saying this since before 2 to 3 years Dagestan became a meme. My kids are gonna wind up in Dagestan. My firstborn son will be in Dagestan.
I'm sending my kids to the DR over the summers.
We just got an IFB from Henry asking Travis if he's serious about sending his kids to Dagestan.
He's dead serious. You see this man's face? Oh,
But yeah. So we are very off topic.
Sorry, you
talking
guys
talking
are
about the
out of
Giants? I
Dagestan.
think? No, Jets.
Send the Jets to 3
Honestly,
years.
Send the
I-
Jets to Dagestan forever.
I like the
Aaron
Dagestan
Glenn,
Dagestan.
Dagestan.
I like talking about Dagestan more than the Jets.
I like talking about Dagestan more than the Jets, the Giants,
No, whoa.
and
Whoa.
and the Brooklyn Nets
The-
and the New York
The
Mets.
difference between the Giants and the Jets is that the Giants actually have a real future with the players that they have.
Yeah.
now.
We've been saying this for years.
No.
Cam Scatterboot, his ankle might be in 2 different places.
Cam Scatterboot is going to be
Yeah, CT already.
be hosting the White Boy of the Year awards with
Actually,
with
AB?
Antonio Brown in 5 years when the CTE kicks in.
Do you think AB is gonna be in free?
No, he's done.
He was charged with like a
Attempted murder.
and like something in Florida, right?
No, it was in Dubai.
Oh, oh yeah. Then he tried to he got extradited or something. I don't
Yeah.
remember. Oh, so messed up. I feel bad.
But
So
yeah,
sad.
the New York Giants, they're looking like they're getting the number 1 overall pick, and they need
Yeah,
to trade.
you had a
back.
great point. Get that for number 1, trade it down. Get an O lineman, cornerback, any kind of DB.
Honestly, if the Giants do wind up with the number 1 overall pick at the end of the year, some team, hey Jets, call across from the other office at MetLife Stadium. Mark Davis, Tom Brady, how you guys doing? I'm trying to think of who else. Hey, Stefanski's gonna be gone, but if you don't want to trust your door. Oh, what's up, Haslam? How you doing? How you doing in Cleveland over there? You're getting a haul for that. You're getting a Bryce Young type haul.
Are we forgetting about Deshaun Watson?
Oh wait, he might be coming back this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's over with too.
Tell me bust that might be
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing for Deshaun Watson to come back and have a year.
Yeah.
No. Oh, I have a real question, by the way. Do you think when the Giants and Jets try to trade with each other, they just like walk across to like the other side of like the office? It's like, hey, so like I was thinking, would you want like my first round pick? You know, my first overall pick. Just
Give me Garrett Wilson.
please.
Dude, Garrett Wilson and Malik Neighbors would be filthy.
That would be disgusting.
Would they stay healthy in that stadium?
No.
MetLife is a cemetery, as
I
we
can't.
went over.
Why didn't Steve Cohen build a football field instead? I feel like there's a lot of more like it's not as simple as that.
It's not. It's not.
There's like
But
so
he
many
has-
licensing things.
He has a lot more to worry about right now. He's about to make billions off of that casino.
Well, hey, I'm thinking they build that casino, they get all that revenue
Like
coming
the
up.
Hard Rock?
Yeah,
Like the Hard Rock Miami? Because
Yeah.
it's going to be the Hard Rock
New York.
Flushing Park or something like that.
Just call it New York. Like, why Flushing?
It's going to be the Hard Rock Metropolitan.
That's cool. That's the cool name. I like that.
Yeah.
But when you get all that revenue, call the Giants, call the Jets. Add a football stadium to that. I guess that I don't know what to call that.
How about we just redo the turf at MetLife and make it grass?
That's not
how
gonna
about-
happen.
Or how about the New York Giants and Jets become a New York team and go anywhere
Yeah.
but MetLife?
Yeah, because it's not the New Jersey
keep
Giants.
MetLife as a concert hall.
They would lose so much money. The only thing keeping them afloat is the Giants and the Jets. And the Giants and the Jets make so much money, even though they suck.
Yeah, the Jets not as much as the Giants, but
Because the Giants are the best team in New York. Not saying much.
no.
Jets have one more win though.
Well, unless you want to be fraudulent and count upstate as a real place. You can
Not
count the
real.
Buffalo Bills.
That's Canada's team.
The second you leave the Bronx, you're not even in New York anymore. Second you leave the Bronx, second you leave Queens, you're not even in New York anymore.
Staten Island.
That's fake. Staten Island is
Wait, George, I gotta mail you something. What's your address again? You're from Staten Island, right?
He's trying to dox you live on air right now.
He's just trying to rage bait me, and I'm not letting it happen.
You see this reaction right here is
I'm
you're
not
falling
letting
for
it happen.
Your
no.
face is red like
no,
a tomato. You're falling for it.
No.
Mail it to Dagestan.
Yes, yeah. I'm gonna send you to Dagestan
To
3 years. Anyways, Jackson
6'7"?
darts the truth. Cam Scattaboo is going to have CTE eventually. God forbid.
He already
but
has it.
Guys, that defensive line also. We need to talk
No,
about.
it's so.
Abdul Carter will break out.
Sexy
He's already broken out. He's getting. I think he leads the league in rookie pressures right now, and he's not getting as much attention for it because
Brian Burns is also.
Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau,
Spider-Man.
Dexter Lawrence are stealing all the sacks, which it's because that's how good that D line is, and the defensive coordinator is not doing good enough.
Well,
to
that's why he
take
was
out-
fired. Shane
That's
Bowen
exactly.
was fired.
So I think we need. Who do you have in mind?
Oh, did you see Scattaboo's Christmas list? He put like a bunch of Legos and then Dable to come back as the head coach.
That's not happening.
Dude, a couple weeks ago when I was at Monday Night Raw at Madison Square Gardens, Cam Scattaboo was getting in it with the Judgment Day.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Clip.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Yeah,
Did he have his chain snatched?
Yeah, by Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, yes he did.
Dang, that's wild.
Yeah, no, that was a very interesting thing. I said, dude, you can't be shoving people. You can't be getting shoved around like that. You broke your ankle like 4 weeks
No,
ago.
definitely
what are you doing?
They definitely planned it out
He's
to make sure it was
dialed.
safe.
Yeah, it's all fake.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, even though I don't want to shove. I don't want to
Yeah.
shove. I don't want to see that with. What's it called?
He's so delicate. Yo, we gotta prop Jackson Dart and
What
a
if-
bunch of bubble wrap.
What if Logan Paul and Tyrese Halliburton actually hit Jalen Brunson with that chair when they were at MSG?
Yeah, he would not make it out of that arena. They would not make it out alive. There's no way.
Yeah. Very, very interesting things that are happening in the New York Giants organization.
They have defensively. They have so much talent though. Like literally that D line, that linebacker, everything. But in the secondary, just like makes it all fall apart, and the coordination also is reason it's
So here's
been
the thing.
worst
I
defense
think
in the NFL.
I think as much as it pains me to say this, and I hate to say this, I think the Giants' next head coach is borderline lockdown going to be Jeff Hafley, Packers defensive coordinator.
I wouldn't hate that.
And he's been as a Packers fan for my team, he has been a godsend for our defense and our scheming. Xavier McKinney, who was a player that was on both of our teams, had a pick in each one of his games. Can you tell me what Xavier McKinney did on the Giants that was like special?
He was literally just our best cornerback and
safety.
Safety. I'm really.
It's
I'm
okay,
all
it's
over
okay.
the place today. Best safety. And it was.
He had-
His absence is what we missed the most.
He had 3 interceptions in his entire career with the Giants.
Yeah.
He had 6 in his first 6 games with the Packers, and that was due to Jeff Hafley scheming. And now he doesn't get the ball as much anymore because teams aren't throwing his way anymore towards in the downfield.
Yeah.
But he what Jeff Hafley was able to do to a struggling Packers defense. We still don't have the best cornerbacks in the league. Our defensive line is great. Micah Parsons can do anything for you, but this man has been scheming out of his mind the last 2 years when it comes to the Packers, and he is going to make an amazing head coach for the Giants. As much as I hate to say it.
We need to get a better defensive coordinator. I mean, we fired him.
Well, if what was it? Jeff Hafley is the head coach. You're not going to need a defensive coordinator. He's going to be calling the defensive plays.
Would you? Is that how you think it would go?
I think that's how it'd go because that's what he'd hire an offensive coordinator for sure. Like he'll hire a defensive coordinator in name, but it's going to be Jeff Hafley's defense.
Yeah.
Like how Matt LaFleur does right now with the offense.
Yeah, but that's been working out for them. It's not been working out too well with the play calling.
For Matt LaFleur, we'll think about it that way. That's more on Matt LaFleur's offensive philosophy. And now that he's letting Jordan Love loose, it's looking a lot better. He was holding him back a little bit. The play calling over from the Eagles game now has been a lot better.
It's like night and day.
It has been night and day. But I'm telling you right now, Jeff Hafley is a defensive mastermind. He was the cornerbacks coach in San Francisco back in the day in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
He said Richard Sherman has come out and said that man is the greatest defensive mind in all of football.
Really?
Yeah, and that's coming from a Hall of Fame cornerback like Richard Sherman.
That's crazy.
He coached. He was a college coach for the longest time. He was a head coach at BC, where he took Boston College to bowl games.
That's crazy.
Bill O'Brien, former NFL head coach, can't even get them past one win over our great Fordham Rams.
The Fordham Rams.
That's all Bill O'Brien's able to do there, and he has coached playoff games with the Houston Texans. And the other thing I was gonna say about Jeff Hafley is he was a defensive coordinator 1 year in college.
Yeah.
And you know what team it was? 2019 Ohio State.
Love it.
Best defense in the nation. Chase Young year, everything like that.
Chase Young.
Chase Young's
What
the
happened
truth.
to Chase Young?
Chase Young's the truth.
New Orleans Saints.
He's back on the Saints?
He is on the Saints.
I thought he got traded, no?
Chase Young was on the Commanders. He got traded to the San Francisco 49ers for their Super Bowl run. And he was on that team with Nick Bosa and Chase. They had Nick Bosa and Chase Young for the Super Bowl. But then Chase Young ended up leaving in free agency and signing with the New Orleans Saints. So he is a Saint. He is a Saints edge rusher right now. So that is why you don't hear much about him anymore.
Yeah.
Saints are in
He
shambles.
fell off hard after he
Injuries,
got traded.
man.
Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shaw are the truth.
Hey,
Tyler Shaw is the truth.
the Spencer Rattler is.
Spencer Rattler's legit.
Or is it Tyler Shaw or is it Kellen Moore's offensive system?
Kellen Moore's just the GOAT. Kellen Moore's
Never
just the
forget.
Kevin
2024.
Fatul, Eagles fans will give anything for Kellen Moore to come back.
Never forget that 2024 3-week run where New Orleans ran the NFL.
GOAT. That was Derek Carr, right?
Derek Carr's MVP run. You know something about that, by the way? When that happened, with the 3-week run of the New Orleans Saints until when they lost to the Eagles, and then they lost a really bad game in week 4. I don't remember who it was against. New Orleans had had a run of no murders.
Yeah, that was
within,
the longest streak.
It was the longest streak of no murders in the history of New Orleans, and then the Saints lost, and then somebody was murdered again.
So the Saints were keeping the city together.
Saints were literally keeping the city alive.
That's sad. That's sad. They only won one Super Bowl with Drew Brees.
Well, something I've noticed, and if you could look at it through the history of football and everything, the AFC is a conference where it's your quarterback. You live and die by your quarterback, and it always has been. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. The only exception to Super Bowl winners or Super Bowl appearances in the AFC for 15 years outside of Brady, Ben, and Manning was Joe Flacco. He was the only exception. Before the Mahomes era, and Burrow's made it to one. But look at it. Mahomes, since he's been in the league, he's missed 2 Super Bowls. The Tom Brady one and the Joe Burrow one. When Tom won 6 and the Joe Burrow versus the Rams. It's been Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Mahomes. It's a conference where you live and die by your quarterback. It's very quarterback heavy. Lamar, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes back in the day, Brady, Ben. Where the NFC, you're more built around your team, and you kind of go one and done. You win one and you're done.
Definitely.
If you look at it, the Eagles have won 2 in the last 10 years, but
2 different quarterbacks,
2 completely different rosters, nowhere even close. The only similarity on both those rosters was Brandon Graham.
Hey, I don't think he even was on that team. I think he retired for that one season.
No, that was this year.
No, he came back though, right?
That was this year. He retired after the Super Bowl this year, and he just came back this year.
Why? Bro, you have 2 rings. Retired.
I know.
Enjoy time with your family.
Nobody else on that team was except for maybe like Lane Johnson too.
Lane Johnson. Are we even talking about like Giants and Jets anymore?
We gave up on that a while.
No, we're about to go to break and then go and switch it to general NFL.
I just want to say one thing before we go to break. The Giants lost against the bye week, 21-0.
No, they didn't. They won. They got the Tennessee won. They got the number 1 overall pick. They definitely
in the bye week. They lost in the bye week.
They won the bye week.
No. Did I send you that reel? It was like an AI generated video.
I did. I saw it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I saw it.
I liked it.
But the AI was done very poorly because they put a 7 points for touchdown instead of 6. It was heartbreaking.
Say that again.
Anyways, send it to break. Talking Phillip Rivers. Talking Baker Mayfield being a disappointment. And we're going to talk some football. Let's go. Let's take it to break. Get cracking on the next segment.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Carino.
And I'm Joe Henry.
Tune in weekly for NFL Friday, your exclusive WFUV sports podcast for all things National Football League.
We'll be covering everything on and off the gridiron for the biggest sports league in the world. Every week on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcast.
Can the Eagles repeat?
Will the Jets or Giants finally take a leap?
What's Shadur up to?
All of that and more on NFL Friday on WFUV Sports.
Welcome back to WFUV Sports 101,
What are
New
you
York's
doing?
longest running sports call-in show. I didn't realize where my mic was, and that is on me. But anyways, football time.
Breaking news?
Breaking news. Phillip Rivers is the starter for the Indianapolis Colts. And saying that in 2025.
Not on my bingo card.
Not on my bingo
I
card.
don't think anyone could have guessed that.
But it's happening.
It definitely is happening.
It's baffling.
One thing, he's gonna die tomorrow. He's gonna die.
Oh yeah, no, he's getting.
He's playing the
absolutely
Seahawks.
mauled.
Yeah, he's gonna die.
He's getting mauled.
It's gonna be sad to see my.
My
I love
sweet
them on the
prince,
Chargers.
He has his 14 children, and it's
They're gonna have to carry him out. All 14 of them are gonna have to carry him off the field.
All 14 of them are gonna have to carry him out in a coffin due to what the Seahawks are gonna.
Mind
do
you,
to
have
him.
you seen the Colts' schedule over the next couple weeks?
49ers, Jaguar. Oh, 2 bag. What?
Wait! They already played Houston, right? That was last week.
Yeah, but I think they play him one more time too.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
And then Texans one more time. Oh my
Hey.
lord.
Let's see.
Phillip Rivers is going to have to go against the second coming of the Legion of Boom in the Houston Texans defense, and
Yeah.
that's
Not and actually.
My fantasy team is
And also,
fried. for
one
next
thing, I was
week.
talking with Griffin on NFL Friday this past week. This technically, I forgot what stat it was, but he said on paper, this Seahawks defense is better than the Legion of Boom.
really.
And it's not getting the recognition it deserves, mostly because they don't have the personalities or, I guess, the vibe or energy to back it up.
Dude,
Like,
the Texans this year, that's the
they are. They had a rough start, and they've turned it around ever since that game. I think it was a Thanksgiving game, or it was around that kind of season, or like mid.
It was the
mid-November.
Davis Mills played the Jaguars, and they came
Yes,
back by
they
like
came
20.
back. That's where things changed.
And I was granted, C.J. Stroud needs to play a little bit better. He needs to complement his defense more. They have not let a 300-yard passer up this year, except for Week 3 against Jacksonville. Dude, this Texans defense. Honestly, this might be a hot take. I feel like the Texans, even though they are the 7th seed right now, I feel like the AFC is looking really weak this year. No Chiefs.
No, there's no
No
top
Ra-
dog.
The Pats and Broncos have had
They're a little
cupcake
shaky.
schedules.
They're a little shaky.
They've had cupcake schedules. They haven't faced anybody really legit. I think the Texans defense is going to carry them to a Super Bowl this year.
a Super Bowl
Appearance.
appearance. Do you think they win it all or no?
Go Pack, go.
Go
I
Pack,
think
go.
Pack,
No
go.
bias. No bias.
no bias at all. I think Micah Parsons. I could see it right now. Micah Parsons strip sacking Matthew Stafford in the NFC Championship game. Scoop, score, fumble, win the game, and we go on to play Houston Texans, and it's just a battle of defense, and it's a battle of. It'll be like a 3-3 halftime, and then somebody will.
It.
So if the NFL season ended today, it's looking like it would be the Pats, Steelers, Jacksonville winning in the AFC, and the NFC. Oh, and the Broncos. The NFC would be the Eagles, the Pack, the Panthers, and the Rams.
Panthers are gonna get. They're not gonna
So-
make it out.
I think they'll make it.
Bryce
out.
Young. Bryce Young's actually been really good.
I
like
think
him.
I think they'd make it.
He's very inconsistent with me. And then if you're Carolina, I don't know if you want to offer him a long-term contract that way, because honestly I might put Bryce Young on a franchise tag because the extension season is coming soon for these guys.
I have Bryce Young on my fantasy team, and it seems fantastic.
Really?
Yeah,
Because he
especially
said
these last couple weeks.
Especially big upset against the Rams.
Yeah, that was a big one. So right now, the matchups would be the Rams would get the bye in the NFC. The Rams would get the bye. The Packers would go to play the Bears, which, again, if you get a Packers-Bears, but I think the Lions are going to edge their way into the playoffs.
I think so.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I hope so.
Well, they play
I like this Lions team.
By the way, they play on the Bears and Lions play on Week 18 this year. So that could be the win and you're in game for both teams, and that's
I
something.
think the Lions are going to come up on top. The Bears have been very shaky. You know, they have won a lot of good games, but when you struggle,
And mind you, the Lions scored 51 on their heads.
yeah, they
last
did.
time.
And also, even after that, the Bears kind of like shook that off and continued chugging the train on the win column. But
I'm trying to see what the wild card is looking like.
So I'm looking at it right now, and then you have Eagles Panthers would be a matchup right now. Or
Yeah.
no, sorry, not Eagles Panthers. Eagles 49ers would be the.
I think the 49ers win that.
I do think the 49ers. Eagles are giving me very 2023 vibes.
They are.
When they started off really hot and coming off the Super Bowl year, and they fell off a cliff later into the season, and it's starting to feel that way again. Jalen Hurts is looking like 2023 Jalen Hurts.
And
remember, they went into Tampa as the 5 seed. They blew the division to the Cowboys, and they got blown out at home by Baker Mayfield and the Bucks.
one thing I see with this Eagles team is that their offense is very stagnant. Where it's you know the meme. It's like Saquon up the middle, AJ Brown deep ball, incomplete, punt, great stop by the defense. Saquon up the middle, AJ Brown deep ball, like that. It actually is that. And
Perfect description of the 2025 Eagles offense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and AJ Brown has checked
he's fallen
out.
off.
He's checked out. He doesn't even want to be there anymore. He doesn't want to be anywhere anymore. I think he wants to retire. I think he wants to become a full-time Twitch streamer at this point.
I think he wants to go to the Patriots.
I think everyone and their mother wants to go to the Patriots and play with Drake May.
I mean, have
Drake
you ever heard
May.
the story about when they drafted N'Keal Harry over AJ Brown? He cried because that's all he wanted, and then
because he wanted to play with QB1.
well, the Patriots were his favorite team growing up. I
Yep.
think he still wants to go back to the Patriots, and then also they have his former head coach in Mike Vrabel, who loved him and never
Yeah.
wanted to get rid of him. I think AJ Brown and the Patriots is something to look out for this offseason, especially if the Patriots get bounced early.
Which is a possibility, very high possibility, very good
Stephon Diggs
possibility.
is not your
Because especially their schedule has been a cakewalk.
That's a nice way of saying it.
Yeah, and looking like it's
I still feel like there's a legitimate
except
team.
they did lose to the Las Vegas Raiders
That was week 1, though. You could brush that off.
Yeah.
and the Steelers, but that was week 3, so you
That
can
was
brush
week-
it off too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're 10-0 since then.
Despite their weak cakewalk, I feel like they're going to be a serious force to play with in the playoffs. Not a Super Bowl, kind of make it win a Super Bowl.
But what
or
if they
make it-
do?
If they do, Drake May might be the next Thomas.
He might be the
Thomas
second coming
Edward,
of Thomas
Patrick Brady.
Yes.
of my QB1, my favorite
QB12?
quarterback.
Dude, give me the Jaguars.
Give me Trevor Lawrence. Give me
not-
Trevor Lawrence.
I think that defense is leading.
because
the
I
team
want
more.
Trevor Lawrence.
I feel like that defense is leading the team.
So
more
what's
than
very
the
impressive
offense.
is they gave up a first-round pick for Travis Hunter, this year. If Jacksonville had sucked,
But Travis Hunter wasn't playing great.
but he was no. That's the thing, he wasn't, and now he's out for the year. But I'm saying Jacksonville, Travis Hunter was supposed to be the thing that turned this team around, and he wasn't. But this team still turned around anyway. So I feel like you have I feel like this season, no matter what, 9-4 is a huge win for Jacksonville.
Definitely.
You're gonna make you have a 98, or if you win, you have a 98% chance to make the playoffs. Keep it going. Liam Cohen is showing great, is improving.
The Jaguars, they do have an easy schedule after this. They play the Titans, Jets, the Colts. I don't know if Phillip Rivers is going to survive the Seahawks game tomorrow. And then the Broncos, which are also, like we said, cakewalk of a schedule. They almost lost to my Giants in a thriller.
Your Giants.
My New York Giants.
Yeah, no.
My
and then,
New Jersey Giants.
So this is the week the Broncos finally get tested as well.
Bo Nix is great, though. Patrick Surtain's been doing great.
Patrick Surtain is fantastic. Just Riley Moss is a traffic cone.
So the Broncos are another team that I feel like they're good. Like, obviously they have 11 wins. Like, they're tied for the best record with the Patriots in the NFL. But they've been very inconsistent in games.
Definitely.
And they've had some game, like the Giants game, the Commanders game.
There's no reason you should be going to overtime against Marcus Mariota.
Exactly.
On prime time.
On prime time.
Prime time. Deion
But
Sanders.
now we get Packers versus Broncos this week. Then that's a huge cross divisional. Like,
I think Packers are going to, what's a nice way of putting it?
It is Toyota-thon.
Belt. Straight
It
belt.
is Toyota-thon, and Jordan Love will go.
Do you believe in love?
I believe.
Do you believe in love after love?
I believe in love. What I would like to see from Jordan Love is I would like to see him start the years more consistently.
Yeah, definitely.
It's always, and it's a joke every year, but at this point it's not a joke anymore. He just turns it on a different level when it's Toyota-thon.
I have a question for you. Do you think Jordan Love becomes the Jordan Love we know now if he doesn't spend those couple years behind Aaron Rodgers?
No, not at all. Because the early if you watch he was the third string quarterback behind Tim Boyle his rookie year, and Rodgers wins MVP. There was one game that Rodgers played in that Rodgers couldn't play in. If you remember when he had the whole COVID thing happened.
Oh, the COVID toe.
And the Packers went to go play the Chiefs in Arrowhead, and mind you, the Packers defense held a masterclass. It was like a 6-7 game. Not even kidding.
And Donna, we'll take it to break.
I think that's the 6th or 7th time we said
It was
today.
7. It was 7-13. It wasn't 6-7. But
it was a 6-point game where
Jordan
one team
Love,
had 7.
Jordan Love really couldn't do anything in that game, and he looked like completely lost. And I said, "Oh my God, we wasted a first-round pick on this guy." He sits behind for another year. He gets a little bit more in 2022 when Rodgers gets a little hurt. He looks okay, and then the start 2023, he had a great win against the Bears, and he looked terrible the rest of the year.
Yeah,
I thought.
I remember that.
For the first half of the year. The Broncos let up 70 points against the Dolphins, and Jordan Love threw 3 picks against them. He threw 2 picks against the Raiders. And then by Thanksgiving Day against the Detroit Lions, right as I gave up hope and the Lions were looking really good, Jordan Love had a masterful game against the Lions on Thanksgiving and won. And he had a masterful game against the Chiefs and won. And then even though they lost 2 more games to the Bucs and the Giants, the Tommy DeVito game,
Yeah.
Jordan Love looked really good in those games.
He did.
And I started to believe a little bit. And then we go into Dallas as 10-point underdogs, and he balls out. So I really don't believe that Jordan Love would be where he is today. He was a project quarterback that Green Bay took the time to actually develop and play.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we need to see more of that in the NFL. More like mentorship. Especially with especially an Anthony Richardson type of player.
Dude, Anthony Richardson should not have been starting from day one.
He need to be mentored. He's athletically, he's a freak. He can dominate on the field. He has the NFL body to be able to do all these crazy things, but he doesn't have the knowledge or the skill gap to read defenses, to make the right pass, and how to lead a team.
He's got a lethal arm, and he has insane speed.
But he doesn't know how to use it right.
I'm telling you, this year sitting behind Daniel, granted he's on IR right now, I think he comes back next year and makes a big wave in the AFC.
I hope so. If not,
Dude,
where does he go from here?
All I'm going to say is that man could throw 60-yard bombs and, I don't know, probably like Minnesota or something. Kevin O'Connell, another quarterback whisperer.
I think that would be good for him.
With
JJ? That'd be tough.
JJ needs to go.
No, not
he
nine. I meant other JJ.
Oh, I was about to say.
Not 9. We're not talking
I
about
was
9.
about to say 9.
9. I hope 9 is the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings forever.
George, don't mess with me.
9
Nine's
gotta
gonna
go.
come out. 9's gonna come out. Don't
But
mess with me.
imagine a read option, just read option with Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson, like every 2 plays.
That'd be that. You how do you defend that? You can't.
And granted, the Colts went 8-9 last year. Shane Steichen, another quarterback whisperer. Anthony Richardson through 2 games in his rookie year looked like a god
He did.
on the field, and then he got
And
hurt.
everyone was
injured
like
his
hating
shoulder.
on the Colts when he
Dude.
made that pick.
The Colts that year, 2023, 10-7 with Gardner Minshew at quarterback, and Shane Steichen's first year as the head
Where's he
coach.
now? Where's Gardner now? He's in the Raiders.
Gardner is
I-
back up on the Raiders.
I think he's the backup on the Chiefs.
even worse.
Wow. Free bro. Free Gardner Minshew.
Um,
Can we talk about the Chiefs quickly?
yeah, of course.
They
What's the Chiefs' record, by the way?
it's around 6 to 7, 6 and 7. It's so good. I never thought I'd see the day the Chiefs have a losing record.
They will not win They are officially mathematically, with the Broncos having 11 wins, they are mathematically eliminated from winning the AFC West.
Are they out of the playoffs yet or no?
I saw it's 3 scenarios that need to happen this week. There's 3. It involves the Bills beating the Pats, them actually losing, and the Texans and Jags winning, and then they are out.
I think that might happen.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. That's there's no way. I don't know. Chiefs are really bad right now. I love to see, I'm just hating on them. It's just like doesn't it feel weird that it's like it doesn't feel right.
It's fantastic watching the Chiefs suffer.
Does it feel real though? Like my brain can't comprehend this happening. It's been so long. It's been 6 years of this.
It's nice seeing them struggle. It's actually fantastic.
Since 2019. I mean, I loved them in the first Super Bowl, and then after that, I couldn't stand them.
It's amazing.
Travis
Chiefs-
Kelce, you think he retires after this?
Yeah. Dude's getting married to a billionaire in New Hampshire this summer. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
At what point do you
What happens to Andy Reid? Who do you blame this collapse? Is it just like a roster is not there anymore?
It's the broken team.
This is more on your GM, and again, last year you guys the Chiefs were. It was
Happy birthday,
birthday,
Taylor Swift.
Hey.
Shout out Taylor Swift.
Wait, can we put like a Taylor Swift song? No, that'd be copyrighted.
Yeah, I don't want our show to get taken off the air.
Yeah. Anyways,
You belong with me. Sorry.
It's more on. I feel like this is more on the GM, if anything, and just it's kind of the years and years and years have add up. But I feel like next year they're gonna come back with a vengeance.
Nah, they're done.
the receiver room is cooked.
Nah.
They have a criminal. They have Unk, who's not going to be there next season. Xavier Worthy's not being used properly.
Hollywood.
Is Hollywood Unk now? Are we calling Hollywood Brown Unk?
No, he was talking about Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hollywood's not Unk. Hollywood's
not Unk.
tough.
He does not. Hollywood and Xavier Worthy have not been used properly, and it's a shame to see that. Xavier Worthy is such a great talent.
They're using
The speed.
Rasheed Rice the right way, though.
They are, but he's a criminal. I don't mess with criminals.
Respect it.
Yeah. I don't know. How's he not in jail?
I don't know.
Because he didn't murder anybody.
Oh, let's
He's
let him
not
do
Henry
it.
Ruggs.
Let's let him do it a second time and see if he gets away with it. Anyways, but Xavier Worthy's been really underutilized.
As Travis Kelce said, free 4.
I can't believe they wore those shirts. Do you know what he did on Easter, bro? That was someone's grandma or like family trying to go visit their family on Easter Day.
And he drives his car very fast.
Like cargo fast, but what do you think about Xavier Worthy? I feel like they're not using him right.
They aren't. They really aren't.
I think it's about Andy Reid likes his little speedy gadget players, like looking back from Tyreek Hill.
But like, at least he's using him only for gadget plays. He's not using him for.
What is it with these Chiefs receivers and like the character is just so bad.
I think there might be something in the Kansas City water. I don't know. Missouri, was it? Technically, where would they live? Where do most Kansas City players live? In Missouri?
Well, the Chiefs play in Missouri.
They do play in Missouri, but technically it's on it's right there on the border.
Yeah, it is
So
a
do
border
most of them live
city.
in Kansas, or do they live in Missouri?
Probably you get a mix of both.
Yeah, I feel like you would. I don't know. I don't know anything about the neighborhoods there, like, because I know a lot of like in the New York area at least, like a lot of the players live in Westchester or on Long Island. So yeah. Moving on. What else we got in the standings? What's another standout team? I'm liking what's happening in the AFC North with the battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Ravens.
Honestly, I think every coach in the AFC North right now is on the hot seat.
Yeah,
I think
without a doubt.
Every single coach, I feel like every AFC North team. Granted, it won't. I think one of them will keep their job, and it's whoever's going to win the division, and it's probably going to be Mike Tomlin. But
it's always Mike Tomlin.
Harbaugh, I think
He's not
Harbaugh,
losing his job.
Death taxes, and Mike Tomlin making the playoffs.
Zach
No,
Taylor,
9-8.
9-8. Even though I feel like, listen, I think Mike Tomlin's a great coach. I feel like he shouldn't. I don't want to say fired, but I feel like it's time for him and the Steelers to part ways. This is a marriage.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
No.
I think the Steelers need a change, and I think Mike Tomlin needs a change. Because for the last decade, you've been just consistently mediocre. And there's been no playoff wins since 2017 when they beat the Chiefs with Alex Smith.
Alex
That was the last time they won.
Alex Smith was tough.
Is he retired now?
Yes.
He
Yeah,
retired
he's been
last
retired.
year, right?
Alex Smith retired like 5 years ago.
Wow.
He retired the same year Phillip Rivers did.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
shit.
He beat the Chiefs with the Chiefs. Alex Smith was the last team that Mike Tomlin beat in a playoff game.
I can't believe
That's actually crazy.
Alex Smith. I feel like he retired yesterday.
I hate to do this to you guys, but I do have to cut you guys off. It's break time. When we come back from break, college hoops, top 25, Jimmy V Classic, AJ DeBanza, BYU, St. John's,
BYU.
the whole nine. Catch you guys on the other flippity flip.
Hey everyone, it's Lydia Perner.
And Grace McCarran.
And we are two of your hosts for 5 on 3.
WFUV's best, if only, hockey podcast.
With all the storylines in the tri-state area, you won't want to miss an episode.
How will Matthew Schaefer fit in with the Islanders?
And will the Rangers have a bounce-back season under Mike Sullivan?
Finally, will the Devils be able to stay healthy and hit their full potential?
Stick with us all season for all things NHL and Will Cooley updates on WFUV Sports.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex Diaz.
And I'm Mary Hannah Gallagher.
And we're the hosts of All In, a women's sports podcast.
On All In, we discuss everything women's sports, from the WNBA, the AUSL, and NWSL.
No matter the sport, we have you covered.
You can catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else you get your podcasts.
All In is a production of WFUV Sports.
Welcome back to One-on-One, WFUV's longest-running sports call-in show, as well as New York's longest-running sports call-in show. George Sfouggatakis here with Travis Hayden. We're here to talk some college hoops.
Just forget about me, bro.
And Lewis.
Don't forget about Lewis.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Sorry, big dog. My apologies.
You're right. Don't let it happen again.
Okay. Anyways, it's an interesting time here in college basketball, especially with the season getting underway. Still some undefeated teams, and we have some of the Thanksgiving tournaments done. We had the Jimmy V Classic at Madison Square Garden a couple days ago, and we have BYU looking very strong, especially with AJ DeBanza and his band of misfits.
Where do I even start?
AJ's the truth.
Boy, oh boy.
In my opinion, he's the best.
I thought he was overhyped, but then he proved
Absolutely
me wrong.
not.
I thought it was, but he proved me wrong. And then he had a buzzer beat. No, it was not.
It wasn't
BYU
him.
had
It wasn't
a
him. But he contributed to 31 of BYU's 40 points in the second half. He either scored or assisted on 31 of the 40.
What was his final stat line? Do you know? Off the top of
His
your head?
final stat line, I think it was 20-something and 10, or if I'm not mistaken.
I almost looked up VJ Edge going by accident.
Nope, wrong.
Wrong J.
Wrong J.
So
he had 28, 9 rebounds, 6 assists.
In a college game?
On 52.
That looks like an NBA stat line.
That is an NBA stat line right there.
He's the truth. He's legit. My roommate actually.
Do you think?
Played on the same AAU team as him.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He played on the same AAU team as AJ DeBanza.
Here?
No, AAU.
About like in New York.
No.
Oh, all right.
They're both from the New England area.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and
do you think he
BYU
declares after this, or you know?
Yeah, without a doubt, he's gonna be the 3rd overall pick. I think he should go first, but he's third.
So
does he go to the OKC Thunder?
He might. He actually might.
Texas Tech and Arkansas are in a really close game right now. 75-74 with 6 minutes left.
Love it. Absolutely love it. It's fantastic.
No
it's
sixes
that time
in
of
there.
year. That's gonna do it for 101 today. George Sfouggatakis, Travis Hayden. No, but we still have a couple things to talk about. It's fantastic. Duke is looking same old Duke. Doesn't matter. It's death taxes and Duke.
Death taxes and Duke.
Death taxes.
This has to be like the longest run of like just
domination.
Domination, but no chip.
They need to figure it out.
They figure it out. Big game tonight, by the way. Number 1 ranked Arizona against Roll Tide.
Darren Peterson's Arizona.
Yes. Shout out to my uncle.
Guys, shout out. As a Connecticut guy, we got to always shout out UConn. I mean, what we do.
Shout out to Paige Beckers.
What we do up in stores is dynasties. We win championships.
Why are you looking at me like that?
When
Crazy
when you drive into Connecticut and you drive to that area where stores is at, there's a welcome sign that greets you. And you know what they say it's called? You know what they call it?
What?
The basketball capital of the world.
That's kind of
no.
That's a crazy.
Is that a crazy statement? Yes.
That is a crazy statement.
But in Connecticut, we build dynasties. Dan Hurley, I feel like, is leading UConn to another championship this year. I know they lost theirs. I know they're number 5 ranked in the nation right now. But I do not care. He is angry that he did not get the three-peat last year.
Am I hearing voices? Did you hear that? Oh, it was just Travis. Sorry, Travis. No, they're not winning. They're not doing any of that. They're not doing that.
Not even.
Give me my Connecticut delusion.
When they made it to the Sweet 16 last year?
Yes, and
that was luck. I don't think they got lucky making it that far to the tournament.
Arizona's looking fantastic. Koa Pete is the
Koa
truth.
Pete.
Koa Pete's the truth. He's
2K
so
legend.
tough. 2K legend Koa Pete. He's the
My
truth
league.
of all truths.
Yeah, George, you remember my NBA teams?
I do.
And I would just draft
I
Koa
do.
Pete.
You
'cause,
woke-
I would
you
download the folders.
You kept me up until 3 a.m. freshman
No,
year.
I won with the Bullets, bro. I had a dynasty with the Bullets.
Bullets.
Didn't rename them. Didn't make them the Wizards. I kept them the Bullets. Go Washington Bullets. Kevin Garnett on the Bullets.
Let's so quick thing. The Boozer twins. Our opinion on the Boozer twins.
I like them. I've been watching them since they were in high school. I think they have been up and coming, and they're showing that they're legit.
They are the truth. Cam Boozer is most likely going to go.
Oh, he looks sleepy.
Most likely to go 2nd overall in this year's NBA draft. And it's looking like he's a Washington Wizard.
Yikes! I'm sorry.
This is like Thompson to Twins level right here. Or except are both of them gonna go in the top 5?
No, his brother might not. His brother's not getting the same amount of minutes.
It's
burned.
not like, dude, we have 2 twins again, like Amar, like
Asar
them.
and Amin.
Yeah.
No, but Cam Boozer is leading all of Duke in 4 of the 5 major stats. He's averaging 23 points a game, 10 boards, 4 assists, and 2 steals.
When you're doing that at a school like Duke, like a really
as a freshman.
Yeah, that's that as a freshman too. When that's happening, that's like a generational player right there, and goes straight to the draft.
Yeah,
he's going to probably go number.
And who did you have projected as the number 1 overall pick?
Darren Peterson.
Darren Peterson. Interesting.
Kansas. Go Jayhawks.
So when I was on my little mock draft website and I was looking at the player comparison for him, you know what they said about him?
Who?
Like where everybody else are like naming the players, they
Yeah.
said almost Kobe.
For Darren Peterson?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
30.4 points per game, 7.2 boards, 7 assists, 4
He's
assists.
from
3
Canton, by the
steals.
way.
Canton, Ohio?
Yeah, that's kind of goofy.
Home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Hey, I'm just saying the Giants need another wide receiver. You might want to change your sport.
Seeing some of these names, I remember watching like their high school mixtapes and
Oh,
everything, like Jaden Quinton's
on Slam.
And now he's getting drafted, and I'm like, wow.
Don't you feel old?
What are we doing wrong? Because everyone in this draft is younger than us, by the way.
Yeah, Darren Peterson is actually born in 2007.
Guys, now you finally know what it's like.
This is tragic. When I grow up, I'm going to be successful. And now I'm like, wow.
He's Mass for his age, he's 6'6", 205 listed. You know, he could probably be bigger.
That's
for all we
massive.
know.
Anyways, yeah. So preseason polling, the rankings are looking
Interesting.
relatively up to par, what you would expect.
Really?
Yeah, Arizona number 1, Michigan number 2, Purdue's fallen off. Purdue's
I'm kind of surprised that
fraudulent.
Iowa's that high up.
That Tyrese Halliburton.
Don't talk about that. The devil resides in Gary, Indiana.
No, but seeing BYU 7-1, they're my favorite team. I love AJ DeBanza. I think he's the truth. I think he's going to be one of the best players in the league after next season.
Yeah.
Not a doubt in my mind. But a little resurgence from the Tar Heels.
Yeah.
UNC,
Especially after
are we
last season.
back?
I think they're back.
Are we back,
Is
Chris? Shout out Chris Carino.
I haven't seen him in
Shout
a
out
while.
Chris Carino. I saw Chris Carino every Thursday this semester because he would
Nice.
walk by my journalism class. Me and Joe Henry's journalism class.
Joe, he left. He didn't.
Joe is
he's
calling the Battle of the Bronx. Oh, college basketball talks? Fordham Rams, Manhattan College.
I'm doing the in-studio.
In 9 minutes. I will be there.
No, you won't.
I will be there.
You actually are?
With Peter. Yeah, I'm going with Pete.
Nice.
I'm
Is
going to
he-
be
is he
doing
here at
the
Rose Hill?
studio host.
Yeah, it's here.
Nice.
Let's go Rams. Let's get a dub today. Big
Hope so.
coming back off of they had a game the other day.
Yeah.
They beat, was it Franklin Pierce, if I'm not mistaken?
I don't know. I don't keep up with Fordham basketball.
I really like that. I really like that we're ending it with our school. Like, this is how we need to end every one-on-one.
Let's go Rams.
Go Rams. It's school
Rambling.
pride. What's better, Chapel Hill or Rose Hill?
Rose Hill. Well, they beat FDU. They beat Fairleigh Dickinson, who beat Purdue in the tournament a couple years ago. Rams natty.
Never forget that. Never forget that 2020, I think it was 2022, Fordham Rams run. We almost made the
That was Rose Thrill.
Rose Thrill. Never forget.
You used to hear about Rose Thrill.
I did.
This is the last year anyone will know about Rose Thrill.
Do we let the legend die with us?
The legend dies, not even with us. It dies with Joe Henry's class.
Really?
Yep, because they were freshmen when Rose Thrill was a thing.
No.
Rest in peace, Rose
Next
Thrill.
season, come on. We
Rest
gotta-
in peace, long live. But mock draft, if the
Season
Atlanta
ended.
Hawks get the first overall pick.
Hawk to. I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Doors that way.
You're giving me a look. You're giving me a look. I couldn't.
What do you mean I'm giving you a look?
You've been saying those dumb things all
Guys, we all
show.
know the draft lottery is going to be rigged to whatever team pleases
Chicago
the
Bulls.
NBA.
Milwaukee Bucks draft lottery after trading Giannis.
Yes, like exactly.
But Darren Peterson's going first. Do the Hawks get rid of Trae Young and draft a 1?
No.
So the answer
So-
is no.
No.
Reasoning.
Trey Young is good. Good basketball.
Good basketball.
He do good
Here's-
basketball.
Here's why I'm going to say no. The Hawks are stuck with Trae Young because I saw, there was some report
You
that
make
came
it
out
sound
recently.
bad. Why do you say stuck with him?
Well, if you saw some report
We
recently.
don't like Ice Trae here.
Yeah,
Shut
Knicks
up.
Knicks fan
You're so
over here.
corny.
I'm not a Knicks fan.
He's a fanatic. That's what he is.
I'm a Knicks addict.
They have they put Ja Morant, Trae Young, and LaMelo Ball as like kind of like the untradables. Like nobody really wants to trade for them because they feel like they've already hit their like peak.
Yeah, actually they have.
And if you ever saw the tweet, I think Trae Young or Ja put it out. He was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he tagged. It was like a photo of the three of them because it was an anonymous GM. Trae Young's one of those players like you're kind of just stuck with. Like he's a great player. That 2021 run was epic. No matter what George is gonna say about that, what he did at the
Bum.
Garden.
Overrated. How dare you roll dice on my logo? Get off of my logo.
He took a bow.
Yeah, and he rolled dice on that.
Took a bow.
Don't let me catch Trae Young out in public.
Sounded like you're on Side Talk.
Yeah,
Yo.
I was actually in a Side Talk video.
Wait,
back in
which
the
one?
day. It was one of them when they won the playoffs, but my part was cut out. Heartbreaking.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Anyways, number 2 pick, Wizards for Mr. AJ DeBanza.
AJ demands though.
Wait, the Wizards, can they do anything right?
No. The Wizards are really
Bad basketball.
Bad basketball. No good. But no, if they actually want if they want to do the moral thing, they just wouldn't draft him and waste his career.
No.
Or at the start of his career.
Guys, remember when the Wizards were good? We had John Wall and Bradley Beal. That was fun. Let's go back to those days.
That was borderline good. That was like you're a playoff contender.
Playoffs.
That was if Isaiah Thomas hadn't lost his sister, it means you were going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Except Isaiah Thomas went God mode.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas.
Shout out Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, man.
Shout out Isaiah Thomas. They gave up on him, but. And
You
then
pulled the plug on me.
number 3 pick is looking like the Pacers.
Dude, that's going to be scary.
That's bad because Hallie's going to come back.
You know what I said earlier?
What?
The devil.
The devil resides in Gary, Indiana.
Dude, I don't know what is in the water at Indiana. Is it all for a Indiana national championship this year? Because the Colts were on their run, and then Daniel Jones tore Achilles. Tyrese Halliburton tore Achilles. Caitlin Clark's injury.
Is there any other
Jim Irsay passed away this offseason.
Is there like Kurt? Yeah,
There's something in
Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, I know. I can already see what's gonna happen. ACL tear on the first drive. Oh my!
Don't speak like that into
God
existence.
forbid.
But,
God forbid.
But like something. No, I feel like maybe that is for an Indiana final. Maybe we were wrong in our college football predictions earlier. Maybe that is for an Indiana national championship.
No, I think this is just Tyrese Halliburton. You know, after all his sacrifices,
Black magic.
The devil's coming back to catch his dues. Oh no!
We all know Halliburton's nickname.
No. Anyways, Illinois. Shout out to my nephew. He's a big Illinois fan.
Shout out Lewis's nephew,
Christopher.
Everybody clap it up for
Christopher.
He's actually that's actually his name.
You're breaking my heart.
My nephew.
Everybody clap it up for Christopher right now.
Yo, I'm gonna send him this. Christopher.
This is for you.
Where am I?
We all love Christopher.
Shout out Christopher.
Yeah, we're getting off track here. Fordham Rams, they are in a little bit of a lull. They had 9 eligible players the other day. 9 eligible players, causing a little bit of a shorthanded game, but we still came out on top.
A win is a win.
A win is a win, no matter how it happens. But it's not a win that we wanted. We won by 21 over FDU, but we didn't have a full lineup. It's rather interesting. We lost Jace Howard to medical retirement.
That's a shame.
We lost 2 other of our guys. I forgot who Joe Henry was telling me earlier, but pardon me.
Joe was very upset.
Yeah, Joe was very upset, especially with he's very adamant and a fan of the team, calling every game. He watches the basketball, and he's been unhappy with how it's been recently.
We're gonna be on Yes. That's sick.
Wait, you weren't yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Shout out Fordham Rams.
Nice.
Let's go Rams. Ramily.
I think we could beat Manhattan.
I think we could too. Manhattan College is fraudulent, fake plays.
I don't think that's why you don't like Manhattan.
All right.
Anyways, moving on to University of New Haven.
Dayton,
Richmond, George Mason, Bonaventure, Duquesne, St. Louis, Davidson College.
That's when that's all conference play coming up, starting on December 31st.
We're gonna be on USA, February 28th.
Let's go Rams.
Yo,
Fordham Rams.
We're getting primetime games.
It's a good way to. I think it's a good way to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fordham's back.
Fordham's back. Let's go Rams.
Guys, so
tip off in 1 minute.
Say goodbye to John Cena tonight too.
Rest in peace, John Cena's WWE career. Let's go Knicks. From the Rose Hill Studios, George Sfouggatakis, Luis Andrade, Travis Hayden, Henry Wolf, Emily Andrade on video production. Bobby Chaffardini is our sports director. And this episode of One on One on 90.7 FM has been a production of WFUV Sports.